What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, speaking my sports talk. All right, check it out, man. I was on Punch Drunk Boxing's live, and it appeared a couple of you guys wanted to crank up a live, so here I am. I hadn't really done much today, guys. I'm taking a break, getting a lot of rest and all. Um, but let's talk about this weekend's aftermath. Of course, all the fights we had this weekend, and there's a lot to talk about in boxing right now. Demetrius Andre talking about not fighting uh, Liam Williams is mandatory, which it's not the best fight in the world. Um, Liam Williams he's done well against other opponents, but we can't act like Liam Williams is top of the line. Oh, here we go, Mark. What's up, Mark? What's good with you, fam? You there, Mark? Can you hear me? Is my
Yeah,
sound?
sorry, I was on mute. What's up?
Oh, okay. What's up, bro? Yeah,
Not
but
much,
like
man.
I
How are
was
you?
saying, oh, I'm good. I'm doing good. I was sleeping all day, man. Kind of laid back today. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this weekend's action a little bit and some of the other topics in boxing, man. We know this whole situation with Demetrius Andre talking about going up to fight BJS instead of fighting his mandatory Williams. And the thing is, if the BJS fight happens, if that fight really happens, okay, I don't mind the fight. My problem is I don't think that fight's gonna happen. And I think this is just a bunch of nonsense with Demetrius Andre. That's just how I look at it, man. I really don't think this fight is gonna happen. You
Okay.
know, and if you're not gonna fight Liam Williams and you do fight Billy Joe Saunders, I'm fine with that because Billy Joe Saunders is better competition. He's moving up in weight class. He's not really doing anything at 160 anyway. So I'm fine with that fight. But are you going to really fight BJS? How many times has that fight between these two guys fizzled out? So to me, it's just more Demetrius Andre's nonsense. And if you don't fight BJS, then you need to fight Leon Williams, and I
Yeah.
consider it a definite duck if you don't fight BJS. If you fight anybody else but BJS and you find a way to finagle yourself out of that mandatory, then it's a duck.
Unless he fights like a unification at middleweight.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. But GGG and Charlo, that shit's not happening. He's not fighting either one of those guys. If he fights Canelo, great, because then you'll get beat up, and I don't have to hear your mouth anymore. You know. So I mean, if he fights Canelo, fine. Chain with Ice, what's up, Queen Lisa? Congratulations to Lisa. She got fourth place in the uh prediction league. Congratulations to my man Mark Unrivaled, snatched up second place in the prediction league. And shout out to IBT Boxing. He took first place this season in the prediction league. Man, shout out to all of you guys. Wasi Rahman was up there with the top as well. So tell you guys what, anybody that is in our prediction league, they hit the top 10, really the top 15. Congratulations to all of you guys, because it's not easy to do. You guys will see next season. So if you were in that prediction league and you hit the top 15, take it from me. Congratulations to all of you guys, man. That's really, really big accomplishment, I would say. And as you move on in this league, you'll find out how big it is because I think for some people it's going to be hard to get that position again. So
hmm
congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to IBT for taking it down.
Yeah, man. For me, like the prediction league, like this is my first one in champ process, but I've done other leagues similar, and I know how hard it is to be that consistent
Right,
and
right.
that for that many weeks. With that many fights, it's not easy. It is not easy to do well, and it requires a decent amount of effort. It really does.
Yeah.
So all I can say is anybody in that top 15 this season, I would say top 20, to be honest, fair play to you. Just fair credit. And anybody who even competed, I don't care if you came last or whatever. Shout outs to you for giving it a go.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Because
Except for he knows the sport, because he doesn't know a sport.
man, that dude, but even I will give it to him till he knows the sports. I will give him some credit on this. Uh he stuck it out, man. Some people get in there and they play every week and they know they're not gonna win and then they just quit. You know what I mean? So at least he plays the whole season through. And shout out to everybody. It doesn't really matter where you rank that. If you stuck it out and you played the whole season through, much respect to you. And even he knows the sports, as much as I talk shit about him, much respect to him for doing that because,
He didn't put in any predictions in the final week, man.
Oh, he didn't?
Nope.
Oh, well, see, I spoke too soon. Yeah. But for anybody who didn't quit, let's put it that way. That's good stuff. Good stuff. And really going to enjoy next season because it's going to be more exciting. We're going to definitely have more people. We've gone up by 10 to 15 people every season. And I believe this next prediction league season is going to be even better. We're going to have more prizes coming out weekly. And of course, that season ending prize is pretty good. I think IBT took home like a couple of $100. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, he did, man. Man, how am I gonna get second place, get first place in the final week, and get nothing?
Oh, join the club. I did that shit twice before, fam. Second place twice before.
Yeah, I said it to Champ. Like I said it to Champ. Like, can you imagine how it feels? He said, "Ask D." D knows how. You know how I'm feeling right now.
I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be honest. 3 times, I got second place twice. I got third place once, and the time I got third place, we were literally like 12 points from 3-1. 12 point difference from 3-1. So
I think from Wasi. No, not from I beat Wasi by 13, but from me to IBT, I think it's like 16 points.
Right, which is good.
Yeah, it's essentially like it's one fight with a direct hit the other way,
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty fun. As I say, Nyota and myself when that season when Nyota won, it was a 12-point split from Nyota to third place. Right. So that's just excellent competition, man. You guys did a great job. And again, shout out to Lisa, man. Lisa got the claim, Mark got the claim, and IBT got the claim for beating DJ. The rest of y'all, well, Rossi's done it before, but the rest of y'all suckers step up. Enjoy the league. Stop being scared because you can't do nothing until you can beat D Jeff. You ain't telling me nothing. So let's get it in there and get it done.
And there's another one for people, yeah? You got to try and beat me.
Oh, yeah. Mark and IBT is, they bullseye targets too. Let me get some shout outs. See what we got up in here. We got my man Chain with Ice in the building. Queen Lisa, of course. Aaron Dingle, what's good with your fam? Appreciate you coming through. John Boxing, what's up, John Boxing? Alistair 49, MMA champ, the GOAT in the building. What's good with you? What we got in here? Oh, my man, my brother, IBFP, Raw in the building. What's good with
what
you?
up, Nuke?
Appreciate you coming through, fam. Tomoko, what's up, Tomoko? Been a while. Nice to see you, Tomoko. Lance Meyer in the building. What's good with you? So let's get to this boxing talk, man. And I know everybody's been talking about this Frank Warren going back and forth. I've been doing some reading. I read a few articles on this so far, considering this debacle with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So from what I understand here, guys, is people talking about the contract expired and all this. Well, that's what people gotta understand. Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, they're not talking as if this fight is not gonna happen. From what I understand and from the different articles I've read, they haven't all said the exact same thing. I think Frank Warren's been consistent enough that if Tyson Fury does take a fight here before he fights Deontay Wilder, they're still going to fight. It's just Tyson Fury will be taking a fight in between. We do understand that Anthony Joshua has to fight Kubrat Pulev as well. So I don't know if you could call it a stay busy fight or a tune up or whatever you want to call it for Tyson Fury. I would say more like stay busy because he
I'd say
did
it's to
have that
stay
layout.
busy, but the other
Yeah,
thing, even
I
though it's
think
to stay busy, let me say one thing. Whether people like it or not, like I think it's good if Tyson Fury gets. I actually, if he, I'm hearing he'll fight Caboyel. Caboyel's a good fighter, right? If he
right,
fights Edge Caboyel, that's an okay defensive. You know what I mean? It's an okay
right,
defense, and he's never made a defense.
right. And that's what I was getting ready to allude to that too. We got so many people that talk about Tyson Fury because of the defense. You know what I mean? He'll defend the title eventually. So that nonsense to be stopped. That was my last point, basically, on him taking this fight with Wilder. Of course, if he beats Wilder ass again, that's another defense, right? And that's also a defense against a top 5 guy, regardless of what anybody want to say about Wilder. He still should be considered the top 5 heavyweight, right? So if he fights Wilder again in the trilogy, or if he fights Caballero and Wilder after, that's 2 title defenses, one against Caballero and then one against a top 5 fighter. So deserves some sort of respect. Even myself, I'll give him some respect. I'm not going to give him great respect because he beat Wilder arguably the first fight, definitely the second fight, and then he's beating him again. Well, these top 5 are not. Wilder is what he is. But that's what I heard about the Tyson Fury and Wilder situation thus far. That's the most sense that I can make of it. So all of this talk about the fight being off, that's not the way these guys are talking. Raider from LA in the building. What's good? He said MMA. Yes, we are. What are y'all talking? Oh, the Lakers. Yeah, shout out to the Lakers, man. They won the NBA championship. And for all of you haters talking about asterisks on this title, can that nonsense, man. I'll say this right quick. I'm not going to talk about basketball too much, but these guys, all of these guys that played in this NBA playoffs, they played under conditions that no other champion had to play under. Being locked away from your family, and remember, guys, sports it's half mental with sports. So you locked away from your family. You can't, you got to FaceTime them and everything. You have no fans around you to get the juices flowing. Those are a lot of situations that these other champions didn't have to face. So you can talk about asterisks concerning, maybe a shorter season, but I think that's where it should stop because there are pros and cons to playing in this bubble. There are mental issues that they have to face that the other champions didn't have to face. So give full respect to the Lakers for winning this title and kill all of that asterisk talk. Just respect the Lakers. They won. They're the 2020 NBA champions, and all I can say is much respect to them. Much respect to LeBron James for picking up his 4th title. Forget about all of the hate, man. Just forget about all of the hate and the asterisks on this title. All right, and I'm gonna leave it at that at basketball. I wanted to get back to boxing and touch on some of these fights that we seen this weekend. What's up? What's up? I don't know who this is. JUS. What's up? Okay. Demonetized. All right. I'll let you get that off. I'm not even really worried about the demonetization. The Lakers deserve that. Go ahead, let that rock. We are the champions. All right, no doubt, man. That was well deserved. Shout out to Just for the Lakers. They do deserve that, man. I will take a demonetization. I don't really demonetize most of these lives anyway because I curse too much. So if it weren't for that song, it would have been because of my mouth. Either way. So fuck it. Fuck you too.
Mm-hmm.
Great shout out to the Lakers. They are the champions. Good stuff. True Sons in the building. Ralph Unreal, he said, what the fuck, D? How's it streaming at? Yeah, because I hadn't done anything but slept all day, Ralph. So I figured I'd come on the late night. True Sons. Appreciate you, my brother. True Sons stepping in with the super chat. So, Mark, if not BJS and not Liam Williams, who do you think Andre goes for?
If he doesn't at 160, and we're ruling out unifications.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I don't think if he don't fight BJS at 168, I don't think he goes to challenge Caleb Plant.
So who do I
You know
think?
what I
Who
mean?
do I think? Who
And
do I
it's
think he'd end up fighting?
fight for that other.
I think
Yeah,
he'll
who
end
do you
up.
think he'll
I
take
think
on if he does?
Mafe Korobov.
That wouldn't be a horrible fight, to tell you the truth.
No, it wouldn't
That would
be.
actually be his best.
That'd be the best fight on his fucking resume.
Yeah, that would be the best fight that he's had, actually. Well, between
At
Matt
middleweight, it would
Korobov
be.
and Kolke, right?
At middleweight, it'd be the best opponent he's had.
Right. At middleweight. I agree with that. And it'd be his best title defense at middleweight. So that wouldn't be horrible. I would still say W. Williams. I would still say he's garbage. I would still talk shit to him, but that wouldn't be a horrible fight. Matt Korobov. And I would love to see. I know people say that I'm hating on Andre, and this might be a shot I hate. I won't even lie. But I would love to see Matt Korobov beat him and take that belt. I would love to see that. I'm serious.
Let me say
take the hate on that one because
I'll say this, right? Matt's a good fighter, right? I believe styles do make fights, and I think Andre actually is a very good style matchup to beat Mafe. I think Mafe is a good style matchup against someone like Charlo, which he showed. But against Andre, much more negative, less things to bite off of and feed off of, less opportunities. That's not a good opponent for Mafe.
Yeah, no, I agree. He could beat Matt Korobov. He could. I would just like to see the upset. He would definitely be favored. But hell, I would definitely pick Matt Korobov in the upset on the betting side of it. You know what I mean? I agree with you stylistically. Andre's just not an easy target to hit. I think he was struggling. Korobov was struggling a bit trying to find him. And Andre could pull out victory, no doubt.
Your mic doing your mic's doing a craziness. What happening is like every once in a while it's going.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck is going on, dog. I don't know. It'll fix itself eventually. It's too late for me to try to figure it out. LeBron didn't let AD celebrate. I didn't even watch it. I was asleep. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was again, man, intrigue. No intrigue in that championship. I knew the Lakers was gonna win that. And shout out to Raider. They won in 6. So you want some money, right? Raider. Raider not pick 6, but Raider bet on it. So shout out to Raider for winning that money. Last minus shout out to the Seahawks, but that was a bogus phone call. Yeah, man. It was. All right, JUS, we gonna get another serenade of We Are the Champions, or you gonna talk this time?
I told you niggas.
All right.
Oh
All
my
right.
god, I'm so heated. I'm so mad. I don't give a shit right now. This nigga here.
All right. Yeah, I don't know who that is. All right. So no more JUS. I don't know what's going on. I said, Mike doing
Can
that
you
Tennessee
like
talk.
disconnect and reconnect? D? Just disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Stay in right quick.
Yo, what's happening, sports fans? Speak your mind, sports talk. All right, man, check it. This Demetrius Andre guy's talking all this bullshit, saying how he gonna beat the 168 and Canelo's a bitch and Golovkin's this and Liam Williams don't matter, but Luke. I know that there's Luke Keeler, but he don't. But he already fought Luke Keeler, and he's saying Luke Keeler don't matter. Why don't Liam Williams matter then?
I'm on my little Chromebook, so I'm getting ready to switch to my laptop. That's probably what it is. Fucking
That's
Chromebook
probably
suck.
what it is, brother. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. Fucking Chromebook. It's good. It's good for streaming and that type of shit. So I don't really care about it getting a virus or anything. So that's pretty much why I have it. Is the sound still messing up, Mark?
No.
All right. I'm still gonna switch.
That sounds good.
But yeah.
Sounds good. Ugh.
Yeah, so fights this weekend. Let's talk about the fights. And we had 4 first round knockouts this weekend. Fucking amazing. 4 of them, and
Yes.
then it was a third round knockout, right? 4 first round knockouts, and then a third round knockout. So was action this weekend, but
And
not
there
a
was
lot
a
of
second round knockout this weekend as well.
and a second round too, right? So we had a lot of action, but not a lot of rounds this weekend. 3 fights got canceled on us.
Yeah.
And I don't, like when you get these first round knockouts, like you can't really assess fighters too much. I mean, like Makhmudov comes in there, and which we all of the guys at the top, we all knew that. We all hit on that fight. We all picked the first round. We were talking about that yesterday. If he didn't get him out of there and won, that dude wouldn't have made it past the second round. And clearly we seen that in the fight. I watched that rerun of that fight today, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much how I figured the fight would go.
What, you thought it was going to end in one punch?
Yeah, I thought he was going to catch him with one good one and lights out. I didn't know he would catch him that fast.
He walked over 4, 5, 6 seconds, threw a jab, turned it into a left hook as it landed. Down goes Carmen. He gets up, he's on staggered legs. It's over.
Right.
I remember I told it to you. I think what's going to happen is he's going to go over there. He's going to hit him with a double jab, and then he's going to hit him with a straight right. First power shot, and Carmen's in. What I didn't account for was him turning his first jab into a fucking power shot.
Right. It was just crazy, man. That was insane. So, again, Makhmudov is a guy definitely, like, they have these ones to watch. He's definitely one to watch. I will say that
I'm
about
dubbing him?
Makhmudov.
I'm
Go
dubbing
ahead,
this
Mark.
guy.
Let him know. I'm going to switch my computer right quick.
Okay. I dub Arslanbek Makhmudov, for anyone who doesn't know who he is. He's a Russian guy out of the Mark Ramsey gym. He's 6'5.5", about 260 pounds. He hits like a mule. He was a good amateur. I am dubbing Arslanbek Makhmudov the most dangerous heavyweight prospect. Not the best, but the most dangerous. I think he could knock out any person in the heavyweight division. Any person, if he lands on them.
Yeah.
He is that heavy-handed. He is that aggressive. He is that violent.
I don't think anybody has shown a chin to be able to. I think this guy, even though, we don't like to give guys the credit for having that power before they prove it against higher level competition, I believe that Makhmudov could get it done against higher level competition. If he lands on them, like, this guy has official power, I give him the respect of power. It's the same thing that I used to argue with Julius about. And it's not that Julius doesn't make a good point about the Wilder facing high level competition, but I don't care if he hits Joshua. If he's already shown it with Fury. If he hits Povetkin, if he hits these guys, Wilder's going to hurt him and possibly knock him out. I don't care that he hasn't done it. I've seen enough in the way he punches guys and the way he crumbles guys to say, yeah, he has official power. And I'm going to say the same thing about Makhmudov. It's just sometimes you can look at these fighters and you can tell they have power. I don't need to see it against high level competition. I know that the power is real. And this is how I look at Makhmudov. His power is real. This kid has real power, man, and he's going to hurt some guys. I'm gonna tell you like that. He can be
It's a
out.
very different. It's a very different type of power to Wilder, right? As
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
we
for
need
sure,
to
for
say
sure,
that because
for sure.
Wilder's like speed, slice. You get what I mean?
Right.
Makhmudov it's heavy, and the best way to compare it is it's Arthur Beterbiev type power. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that comparison.
They fight out of the same gym. He's adopting a similar style that come forward, that strong jab, and he's coming over with the raw right hand. He's keeping his lead foot, tucking it into his body. Like when he throws, he pushes in, he pushes from his heel all the way through, kind of like Beterbiev. And I've seen him come through into that southpaw and then throw the left hand out. Like he follows through with his right hand so much, he brings his right foot all the way through that he goes southpaw and then he throws the left as a power shot as well, kind of like Beterbiev.
Yeah. One thing about him though is he's still a little raw. So a guy that can box can, they can nullify his power at this point.
Well, Jonathan Royce did it. You know Jonathan Royce, who just went the distance with
Right,
Evia Jagba?
right,
Yeah.
right,
He brought Makhmudov into the 7th round, right? But Makhmudov got to him. And that's the thing. Makhmudov will get to you.
right. Yeah,
But a good boxer like Jonathan Royce, he's a very, very, you know what I mean? He's like one of those elite journeyman guys who will
right,
make things so hard for you with his crazy ass 87-inch reach and shit.
right, right. That's another thing that. Excuse me. That's another. Sorry. Good herb. Good herb.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. That's another thing I like about Mark Madoff is his dimensions. This guy's so tall and long, man, which is another reason he's going to be able to compete with just about anybody. Some of these guys get in there. Uh, Oscar Rivas, if he had more height and length on him, I think that he would do a little better. You know what I mean? But Makhmudov, he doesn't have that issue. This guy's tall, he's long, so you think about him with my guy Fury. Shit, he's gonna give Fury all kind of hell because he's a tall guy. You know what I mean? He's long. He can get to Fury.
He's pretty tall. He's not huge tall, but he's pretty tall. Like he's 6'5.5", you know?
Right, right,
But here's the thing about him. You know the way he's in really good shape, D? Like the dude's pretty jacked, yeah?
right.
This dude's 265 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. It reminds you of a uh good small forward, or one of those big, big stocky small forwards in the league. You know what I mean? Real
Yeah.
stocky guy. This guy's going to be a problem, man. I'm telling you. And one other thing about Makhmudov is, bro, he's not just some guy flailing punches. He has technique. He has skill. And he's young too. He's going to get better. He's just going to get better. I think one thing I'm worried about with Makhmudov, Mark, is becoming one of those high risk, low reward guys.
Well, yeah. And it doesn't help him that he doesn't have a top promoter with him.
Right. You know
Because
what I mean?
he's just signed, he's with Iron Tiger management, right? And if it wasn't for the pandemic, he would have made his Golden Boy debut because that's who he's with, his Golden Boy.
El Jefe, what the hell are you talking about, dude? That delusional? Or are you smoking some uh really good PCP right now or something? Because I don't know what you're talking about, but I have videos up. You're talking nonsense. I have videos up saying that the league is help pushing the Lakers. So you're just talking stupid right now. You just go look at my videos, dingaling. You told me. You didn't tell me nothing. Would you agree with me on the videos I put up about this? This dude, man.
Why are some people trying to say that this win for the Lakers means that LeBron James is definitely better than MJ?
Because they're idiots. They're fanboys, just like the fanboys we deal with over here in boxing. They're complete idiots.
Okay.
This fucking championship, LeBron James. Let me tell all you LeBron James lovers something. Mark, you done started me up on this. LeBron James is 4 titles in. Okay, great. I've already given him this respect, but now I'm going to dump on him a little bit right here. He's 4 titles in. This means he's been to 10 finals appearances. Okay, 40%, and it's taken him 18 years to do that. In 14 years' time, Michael Jordan went 6 times, 2 three-peats, which is something that's never been done. No team has done a three-peat and then a three-peat again. So Michael Jordan is a part of that. And he's 6 for 6, 100% perfect. Not to mention, he has 6 finals MVPs in every one of them. So he's accomplished more and done more than LeBron James in less time. 4 years
Hold on.
less time.
Did Bill Russell never do 2 three-peats?
Never.
Jeez.
No team
That's
has
it.
ever done 2 three-peats besides Michael Jordan. See, the Bulls.
That says something. That says something if Bill Russell didn't do it.
No. So what those Celtics though to be with the winning as far as the winning, the Lakers just tied them in overall championships, but as far as a dynasty, that's the best dynasty ever. I mean, they're still not gonna, even though the Lakers tied them, I still don't think that they uh asked them for that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, don't hold on for a second, right quick, Mark. MMA champ, don't do that, man. I don't even know why you timed out El Jefe, but don't do that. I want that element to stop anyway. El Jefe don't get timed out on this channel. Um, El Jefe say what he want and do what he want in that chat, bro. El Jefe ain't coming with that racist stuff. Don't time him out, or else I'm gonna take your wrench. So next time I see you time somebody out, bro, you ain't gonna be able to time nobody out. But definitely don't time out El Jefe. So anyway, um, with that being said, what's up, IBT? What's up there, brother? Congratulations to you, winner of the prediction league. I shouted you out and congratulated you before you came in, but I do
He
see.
can't hear us. He can't hear us according to the private chat.
Oh, okay. Why not? Well, go out and come back in. Oh, type that to him.
Yeah.
Young God, what's good with you, young God? I don't debate LeBron versus Jordan. It's endless cycle. Yeah, it is an endless cycle, but it's endless cycles to people that don't want to accept it. The dude's not better yet. I mean, I don't think he'll ever be better because here's the reality. You give him 6 titles, right? Probably going to take him more than the Lakers are not going to get a three-peat. That's for sure. You can guarantee that. The league is too strong. They probably won't win next year. And to be honest, if Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving stays healthy, which is a big if because Kyrie Irving is injury prone, but that Brooklyn team is probably the forerunner, in my opinion, guys. I'm gonna call this shit out right now, just like I called the Miami Heat getting to the finals last season. I picked them as a dark horse team, Bucks or the Heat, and they got there. I think the Brooklyn Nets have a good chance at winning the whole thing if Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant stays healthy. I mean, Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan, they weren't injured during this NBA bubble and playoffs. They opted out. So you have the option to play or opt out without penalty. So they opted out because of the danger of the COVID pandemic, but they were not injured. So not only did they get massive rest and time to heal off of these nagging injuries, at least with Kyrie Irving, that team beat the Clippers, guys, without three of their fucking best players. They beat the Clippers in the playoffs. What are they going to do with these guys step back on the floor? Think about that. This playoff, the competition level in this playoff was not top notch, and it's going to be next season. So it's going to be really hard to even get 2 championships back to back, more or less seeing LeBron get 3 back to back. So with that being said, even if he hits 6, it would probably take him 20 years to do it. So now you're talking it took him 20 years to hit 6. He would have been to the finals 12 to 13 times, which means he's 50%. And he won't amass 6 MVPs because it's not enough titles for him to do that. He would have 8 titles to amass 6 MVPs. LeBron's not passing Jordan, man. He's just not he's not passing Jordan. Not in star power, because Jordan, we talked about Jordan being compared to Mike Tyson in star power. LeBron's not on that level of world star power. He's not. So, I mean, just like cut it out with this LeBron James and Jordan talk. LeBron is what he is. He's one of the top 10 greatest players in NBA history, and that is an achievement. That is a huge achievement to be considered one of the top 10 players that ever played this game. That's big enough. We don't need to pump LeBron up anymore. He already has that locked in, and he'll just move up the line from here, right? He's definitely in the top 10. That's big enough, but he's not the GOAT. Just accept
Is he probably about number 7 right now?
I will say, yeah. I actually going to have to reevaluate that now because I had him at 10, right? I actually had him at 10. I had guys over him like Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Kim Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, of course, Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? I had guys over him. Tim Duncan. But with that being said, he's going to have to move up the line. I might even move him all the way up to 5 after the championship.
AD, that was a fake IBT.
Oh, okay. So get your fuck ass on here, dude. Let me put the link in the chat for you. Oh, wait. They can't fake it no more. Yeah, kick them out, IBT. Oh, hey, y'all, if y'all notice fake accounts come on this channel, right? Remove them. Hide them from the channel.
Yeah.
And hide them because I don't that shit is silly, man. Come in with your own account. Like I see that on other channels. It was kind of funny at the beginning, but it's just getting silly, right? People coming in here as unraveled, and it's easy for y'all to tell because they're going to come in here gray. So if they come in here gray and they're freaking unraveled or IBT or Champ Ross or somebody, just fucking remove them from the channel, man. Y'all start using y'all riches. That's all the new rules. Racism and idiots coming in here copying somebody's account. They automatically booted from the channel.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that, bro. I don't want any of this nonsense, bro. Like, boxing is coming back. Like, let's get back to business, right? Let's have a good time. Boxing is back. We got boxing back. We got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about Navarrete too, because a lot of people underestimated Ruben Villa, and of course I got a little bias for Ruben Villa, his Puerto Rican background and such. But with that being said, Ruben Villa is actually a good boxer, and shout outs to Navarrete for getting that unanimous decision win, and he earned it. Ruben Villa didn't beat him; he dropped him twice. He outboxed him. He earned it, right? So, Navarrete, what do you think about that fight, Mark?
Yeah, I've given my thoughts on this about 100 times. It was all right, man. I've seen a couple of flaws in Navarrete, but for the most part, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Ruben Villa did well, used his feet well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bored.
What's up,
talking about it.
What's up, young guy? Did you see the Navarrete and Ruben Villa fight?
Yeah, man. It was great, bro. Ruben had good movement, but Navarrete, man, he's a beast, bro. He got power, bro. He was looking a little sloppy at times, in my opinion, but it was pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you and Mark. Navarrete showed us where he can make some improvements. But with that being said, this is just his second fight at 126. So and he still came through with the unanimous decision. So I'm not gonna dump on him, but so much. You know what I mean? Um, shout out to him. Shout out to the man. I think that he's going to get better, guys. Like he's to me, he's not a regressive fighter. He's been progressing and he's stepping it up. And let me tell you something else about Navarrete. He is doing what a lot of these fighters should do. Damn, Mark fell off. Well, thanks for coming on, Mark. He's doing what a lot of these fighters should do. He's challenging himself. Look at how many fights Navarrete is fighting. He's fighting fights back to all of these people. Caleb Plant 75 days is not enough. No, what's the problem? Navarrete is showing the boxing world he's a champion, right? He's been a champion. He's showing the boxing world, in my opinion, what a champion is about. He's fighting. He's moving up in weight. He's challenging himself.
True, man. And
He had
Ruben
a
Villa,
majority
man.
decision against Isaac Dogbe, and he went back in there and he put him out, right? You want to see if there's a majority decision or a close fight. You want to see him give that man that run back. He's done that already. So Navarrete is doing what we want to see in boxing. So respect Emmanuel Navarrete. Let's give that man full
Bro.
respect.
Salute to him, man. He was a beast, man. Ruben Villa was kind of annoying him, man, because he kept moving around and in the clinch he looked a little angry.
Yeah, well, Ruben Villa's a good boxer. Inside, outside, he's a good boxer, but Ruben Villa's power problem is he lacks power.
Yo, wait, is this so epic?
I don't know. Is that you?
Is top 10 pound for pound, bro. You gotta admire Navarrete's work.
Nah, bro, that ain't him.
I rewatched, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to rewatch that shit, bro. And Navarrete beat this dude. Not only did he beat him, bro, he scored his bitch ass, bro.
Yeah, he beat him convincingly. Nobody can argue that. That was what happened. Why is everybody falling off? But
Nah, that was a fake one, bro.
oh, that was somebody.
Yeah, he was like playing a clip of him talking about the fight or whatever. But El Jefe told me that you were calling me out earlier, quote unquote.
Man, don't listen to El Jefe, man.
Yeah, bro, I figured.
That dude, El Jefe always. I don't really call anybody out, young guy. People call me out. I do. Well, let me rephrase that. The people that I call out are boxing channels, right?
Right.
I don't really call people out in the chat. That's why I always put the link in the chat. Like if somebody in the chat that's a part of this channel or another channel, they want to come debate me. That's why I always throw the link in the chat. But I don't call out the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk family, right? You Speak Your Mind Sports Talk family. Everybody who comes here that subscribe here that has a wrench. Hey, do you have a wrench, young guy?
No, I do not.
All right, well, you'll have one. Just put a comment in the chat. But anybody that comes here and has a wrench, then they're part of the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk family, right? And I don't generally call you guys out for debates, but y'all can always click the link and come debate me. I call out channels like BFTB, He Knows His Sports, Fanon, Blue Blood. You know what I mean? I call all of them suckers out. Come get this work. But I don't really,
I think, Hefe, man, he wanted to see the LeBron debate part 2 or something.
Man, Hefe is man. I don't really like the debate anymore, dog. It always happens. It's like one of those things, It always happens because somebody always want to challenge on what I say, or I might want to challenge them. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, and then as soon as I say that, boom, it's on. But I don't really. I just like to talk boxing, and sometimes it leads to debates. That's how I like to talk sports, and sometimes it leads to debate. Bro, you should see me on this fucking basketball channel, because I'm on basketball channels too. Like I'm subscribed to like 20 of them. and I go on their channels and I go back and forth with these dudes too, man, on this basketball talk. You know what I mean? That's just my
Oh yeah.
nature. It's
Hey
a
man,
good shit.
how you feel about that Finals MVP though?
Oh no, that's good, man. He did. Listen, he deserved the Finals MVP. I'm not gonna take that away from him. I just felt like the video I put up,
Mm.
he was playing for it. He was definitely playing to get the Finals MVP, and I thought that it cost him. The problem is that Miami just simply wasn't strong enough. If he was playing a strong enough team and he altered his play like that, it could have cost him the championship. But it did not cost him the championship because Miami just wasn't strong enough to beat this Lakers team. Bam Adebayo and Gordon Dragic, they were not at 100%, right?
Oh no,
But these
definitely
guys,
not.
right, these guys were hurt, but they were still on the floor, but they just wasn't a stronger team. This team's new. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. These guys are young, bro. Bam Adebayo, they're young. They've never been on this scene before. LeBron James lives on this scene. Motherfucker's been to 10 finals. You know what I mean? He has that pedigree. He knows what it takes to win. He's been here 10 times. These guys just got here. It's a whole new stage for them with the fans or with not. This is the last game of the season. That type of pressure, that mental, man, those kids weren't ready for that. And the Lakers were the superior team. Had the finals been Boston Celtics versus the LA Lakers, had that been the finals, right?
Mm.
That could have cost LeBron. Playing like that could have cost him, but it just didn't cost him. And shout out to him. He knew what he wanted, and he went and he got that shit. Right? That's the thing. Like, gotta give respect where respect is due. I know what he was doing. It still doesn't change my opinion that LeBron James was playing to win that MVP. But that's what he had his mindset on. Winning the title, but winning it with the MVP. Right? He had his mind focused on that. And he went out and he took care of business.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I agree. And honestly, I feel like AD still could have probably had a chance if he didn't have that 13-point game.
Yeah,
I think that's what really took him out of it, man. Because his defense was great. He locked up Jimmy like game 2, I believe it was. Yeah, man, he was locking him up. He locked him up this game. He still had a chance for that defense, but that 13-point game, man, I think it ruined it.
No, Monty, you're right. You're right. I would have picked the Lakers in 6 or 5 against them too, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, Monty Brown. I ain't gonna debate you on that. I'm just saying that they would have been able to respond better than the Heat in this series, Monty. You gotta look. The Heat and the Celtics series went to 7 for a reason, Monty Brown. All right. Because they were evenly matched. But in that game 7, Bam Adebayo tore his shoulder, his left arm up. He tore that up. And then Gordon Dragic, I think it was game 1, he twisted his ankle up. So those are 2 key players, Monty. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at the Celtics, those teams were evenly matched. So if it was the Celtics versus the Lakers and LeBron starts playing, to chase that MVP, he allowed the Heat to get that second game, bro. Like the Heat, LeBron had 41 points. Not him alone, but the team. They allowed the Heat. They should have took him out in 5, to tell you the truth. But the Celtics they weren't weakened like that, Monty. That's all I'm saying. They weren't weakened. Their players were healthy. And the Celtics have more length than the Heat. Freaking Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, those guys are tall, lengthy. Daniel Tice was playing out of this world, bro. That dude was playing good defense. So this would have been a different matchup. That's all I'm saying. But I'm with you, Bonnie. Ain't no argument on that. So I think the Lakers take them out too. They would have won regardless. They were the superior team going into this playoff. Going into this final. So whether it would have been the Heat or the Boston Celtics, I do agree with you, friend. Like Lakers would have beat them too. So no debate there, man. No debate there. I'll debate you on something else, Monty. Something concerning boxing, motherfucker. You already know what time it is. Don't get it twisted. I
Yeah,
fucking
boxing,
body your
man.
ass.
What's going on with Fury Wilder?
Fury Wilder, the Fury Wilder situation, what I was talking about is I've been reading articles. You know, people are always gonna talk dumb shit. Right? Wilder running away from the fight and all of this stupid shit. Wilder ain't running away from shit. Let me get that out right now. This coming from a Fury guy. Deontay Wilder ain't running away from a goddamn thing. This is not about Deontay Wilder ducking. This contract situation that everybody talking about, they got that misconstrued as well. Even if Fury has a fight in between the Deontay Wilder, he's still going to fight Wilder. So all of this Wilder's ducking talk, that's bullshit.
Oh man, the fans, bro, they're impatient.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I don't like narratives, and I don't care which way the narratives go. If it's for my guy or if it's against my guy, yeah, it sounds good. Wilder's ducking Fury. That sounds good. But he's not ducking Fury. And as a matter of fact, I think this dude really, whether he gets beat up again, I don't know why people question Wilder's heart. That's something that I've said before, right? Why do people question Deontay Wilder's heart? You got to be a hater or just have so much disdain for this guy and the way that he's moving that you just kind of losing sight of the truth. This motherfucker was getting beat to oblivion on those ropes against Luis Ortiz, right?
Mm.
And a lot of other fighters would have went down, fam. Wilder was still swinging back. He wasn't really hitting shit. He was getting punched, but he was still swinging back. And Luis Ortiz did not drop him. And then he beat his ass. He knocked him out, right? So you look at the Fury fight, number 2. Bro, Bremen threw the towel. Wilder was still in there ready to fight. He didn't quit. He didn't quit on himself. And he actually fired Breland because he didn't want to quit on himself. Think about this. How the fuck you can call him what you want. You can call him the low-level boxer. You can call him all of this, but you cannot challenge Deontay Wilder's heart. You can't do that. Because the guy ain't showing you that he's not showing me that he has any quit in him. Anybody that's saying he got quit in him or you challenging his heart, you're just not being honest, man. Or his chin. That's something else that I always get. Or his chin, right? You're just not being honest. All right, man. Let me handle some business here. What's up, Boxing Monster? What you doing, man? What you doing? Don't you see all of these fakes in here? How you making me work, man? And look, let me make sure. I hope nobody timed out Monty Brown and no shit like that. But yo, y'all with the wrenches, man. Come on, man. Get these idiots out of here with these fake accounts, bro. Do me a favor and get them out of here. Because that shit is just causing ruckus in the chat. Let me get to the chat and see what you guys talk about. That G-Man boxing, I already removed him. Because that's not G-Man. G-Man got a wrench in here. All right, now, let me see. Yeah, but that whole thing with Wilder, man, that shit is just stupid. Wilder a ducker for not signing the contract. Yeah, but see, that's all right. I already went over that, but I was behind in the fucking chat, so that wasn't to you specifically, MMA chat, but that should clear it up because that was to you and everybody else that says that. It's not about him ducking, bro. He's not ducking anything. And Fury is my guy. I'm a Fury fan. Everybody knows that shit. He's not ducking anything. That ain't true. No, I won't give you a wrench. If Boxing Monster can do what he wants. You see, you don't know the rules over here. Boxing Monster got total autonomy. He can kick you off this channel. You better watch your mouth. Tell you that. Coco Tyler, what's good with you, fam? What's good, dog? IBT is ducking the prediction league. Hefe, he just won the Champ Ross prediction league. the official prediction league, the fantasy boxing prediction league. He just came in first. If you could come in first in that league, none of you guys in the NBC, uh, none of you guys in the NBC prediction league will come over there and see me. None of you. You won't get past me. Shout out to Lisa Bells, Mark, and IBT. Everybody else, they had jump on me. Raider, Get This Smoke, Intangible. All of them were talking all of that nonsense earlier when D Jeff was down like 23rd position. And I told them, just keep it calm. And y'all just keep calm. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I was down in 23rd and I ended up top 5, which now competed in no season where I wasn't at least top 5. It was top 3, but I slipped 2 positions this season. So still top 5, which is good to say. So if you guys in the MXBC prediction league, and Champ Ross, if you're in here, put the information in the chat. But if any of you guys in the MXBC prediction league, if y'all really want to prove something, come over to the Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. We started a brand new season because IBT just took it down. Come to the Fantasy Boxing Prediction League and see at least if you can get past me, because right now it's me, Mark, IBT, YC, and Lisa Bales setting the standard. Top 5. Okay? Top 5. MXBC, yep. Y'all guys are on fire. What's up, Dog? I don't have no beef with the MXBC, but I'm not trying to hear shit about y'all little league, man. Y'all can can that shit. The realest league is where it's at. Real Jimmy Mack in the building. What's good with your dog? Them guys was just up here. Pigeon. I don't know which pigeon this is, but what's up, Pigeon? Don't start. See, somebody get him out of here. If y'all haven't already. If y'all see these guys with these fake accounts, man, get them out of here, man. Get them out of here. That stuff is silly. Let me drop this link back in the chat. My bad. Got all these crazy comments coming through. All right, let me see what y'all talking about. I don't even know what that is, man. Y'all ain't even talking boxing. Boy, y'all boys crazy. Scott Brown, what's up with you, Scott Brown? Fading Flacco, too easy today, like fading Trump. Yeah, man. Yeah. Football, man. Football is wild. Steelers went down. I'm always happy about that. I hate the Steelers. That's right. I literally hate the Steelers. All right, Champ said they wouldn't last 2 weeks. Nah, man. They're not making no noise in our league, fam. They'll be quitting. They'll be quitting before it gets to the end. Yeah, no doubt. What you doing, IBT, man? Jump on, dog. What you scared? What's up,
listen.
bro?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. I was gonna say, like, yeah, I heard you, talking good about Wilder. He's got hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because it's just stupid narratives, bro. Like, how the fuck is he ducking? How the fuck is Wilder ducking the fight when both sides are saying they're gonna fight?
Yeah, and
Neither
another
side
thing.
ain't said they're not gonna fight. Both sides said they're gonna fight. Even if Fury has I would just say stay busy fight, they're still gonna fight each other. So how the fuck is he ducking? Like, that's just a stupid narrative, fam. You know what I mean? I debunk all narratives. I don't
I
care
think
what.
you're the only guy in the YTBC that's actually being positive now about this fight, because a lot of the guys, I'm not gonna say their names. There's no free promo here, but what I'm trying to say is, like, they've been saying, like, oh, Wilder Fury, nobody wants to watch it, but of course people are gonna watch it. People like to downplay stuff. We watch like boring fights all the time. This is a mega fight. This is a trilogy. Both guys got history together.
This
So
the
what
thing.
if you know what I mean?
I agree with you, Pete. It's going to be a lot of people just going to watch it. I think people said, like, okay, I've said that, and Fury's my guy, and I've said that I'm not going to watch it.
You're a Fury dick ride. I know that, man.
Right, and I said I'm not going to watch it if there is something more exciting on, like if it's a good football game or a good MMA match, I'm not lying, I won't watch it. But just
You're
because
still
that's
gonna keep
my
an eye on it.
preference, I'm
Yeah,
not
but you're
gonna.
still gonna keep an eye on it.
Hell yeah, I'll probably have it on another laptop or something. But my thing is this too. Just because I feel that way, I think some channels that feel that way, they say nobody's gonna watch it. No, people are gonna watch it. You might not watch it, but it's gonna be people that's gonna watch that fight.
Yeah, and another thing as well is like, Wilder, to me, he's got as much as chance as anyone else. He's got that one right hand, and it's not only that, he might come with a different game plan, but he's got the heart. We know he's got the heart because he was hurt in that fight from round 3, and he still was fighting.
Yeah,
You
he's
know what I
got
mean?
heart. Yeah, he's got heart for sure, bro.
He
I
wanted to
don't.
go out on his shield, and
Yeah,
obviously it didn't happen. But he was still standing tall when the fight was stopped, so
bro.
he wasn't down out. People say that, oh, he got knocked out. He didn't get knocked out. It was a TKO. Yeah, Fury won the fight, but it wasn't like a knockout that he's on the floor. You know what I mean?
Like no. I mean, I don't. What? How many minutes was? How much time was left in that round? IBT. When Fury stopped him, the TKO. How much time was left? You know,
I want to say it was maybe like halfway. Like I feel it wasn't that like I don't know. I want to say around halfway through.
like a minute and something left, right?
Yeah,
So it's
like a
about a minute.
minute,
Yeah,
like a
a
minute
minute
20,
30
minute
seconds.
40, somewhere around there.
Okay, so imagine this. Imagine the towel doesn't come right, and Wilder gets the 8 count, right? Wilder stands there, and Wilder gets dangerous when he gets hurt, right? So let's say he pops Fury. And he don't knock him out or knock him down necessarily, but you know what a good pop can do to a guy. It can slow you down. And then Wilder makes it through that round. Then would we really have all of this talk about he has no heart? I don't think then we would even have this talk. And the only reason I brought that scenario up, because if that towel wasn't thrown, that could have actually happened. We've seen Wilder fucked up like that before
Against
and
Ortiz.
then not go down.
Ortiz hurt him so badly, like
Yeah, he did.
he was bust, and he's still fought on. And this is the thing about boxing, because look at AJ against Klitschko. AJ was out, and he survived somehow, and he recovered that later on, like after like few rounds. And people think like, I don't know, man. Boxing fans, we got small brains sometimes because we forget what we see during the years.
Oh,
Wilder was still there to
hold
fight.
on right quick, Pete. Hold on real quick. All right, Bonnie. That's what's up, bro. I just wanted to make sure because we got a lot of people doing silly shit. I'm trying to eliminate that. And I don't really got. I keep telling people I don't have no problem with Monty Brown, so don't be
What?
fucking.
Why don't you wrench him up so then he doesn't get timed out?
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. All right,
Because that's how
Go ahead.
he's a real one. Yeah. So at the end of the day, look at Fury, for example. Yeah, in that 12th round, yeah, Jack Reese gave him the benefit of the doubt, like he's saying. Yeah, he got up. He gave him the chance to get up, and Fury still fought on. So he gave that chance, even though Fury was dead and out for like whatever seconds. I'm not gonna, argue about it. I've done it loads of times. Today is not the night to do it. So, but at least he had the benefit of the doubt. He got up and he still fought on, and he finished that round stronger. So, anything could happen in that fight with Wilder if that tower didn't come in. But for some reason, I don't know what would have happened. Anything could happen. Maybe he would have got knocked out, or maybe he would have knocked out Fury. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could have. I mean, like again, I think that Luis Ortiz had Wilder hurt more than Fury did, and this is why a lot of Wilder fans are mad that Breland threw the towel. And it's pros and cons with that situation. Some fans feel like Mark Breland saved his life, and to a certain extent, that could be the case. We don't know one way or the other. That's just how some people feel about it. They feel like Mark Breland did him a service, so he didn't deserve to be fired. And then, on the other hand, some fans feel, that he shouldn't have, and Wilder could have weathered the storm. We just don't know the answer to that. I feel like Wilder could have weathered the storm because I know that Fury had him hurt. and messed up in the corner, but I just think that Luis Ortiz had him hurt worse. Now, I will say this. All right, there it is. Fury is a better boxer than Luis Ortiz. So he's smarter and probably, Luis Ortiz gassed himself out. He didn't have the gas tank Fury has. So, all right. Yeah, so yeah, he wrenched up now. So, yeah, we just don't know, man. We can't be making but so much speculation. But when it comes to challenging Wilder's heart or challenging if he's ducking Fury in this fight, for all of you saying that, you idiots. How about that? I'll give y'all that.
They're idiots, yeah. They're
Yeah, you
definitely
idiot.
idiots. Because he's got the heart. Listen, regardless of what happens in the third fight, Wilder is willing to take that revenge. And I actually believe that he will win. You know, I'm an AJ fan, but I'm also a Wilder fan.
All
And I
right.
believe that Wilder, knowing the character that he has, joining boxing at a late age just to help his daughter, a remarkable story. And, it would be a beautiful thing to see Wilder knocking out Tyson Fury. I know Fury's your boy, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Wilder's there, man. He's got a big chance. I feel like he's gonna do something big. Everyone's
Nah,
writing him off.
Pete, let me tell you something, because I see what you're doing here, right? I'm giving Wilder praise and defending him, but let's
No, no,
not
no,
get
no,
it.
no. I'm not doing that.
I know.
I'm
Hold
always the
on,
same.
hold on. Let's not get it twisted, because you already know how I feel about this next fight, bro.
I know.
And I like your optimism, but Wilder getting his ass kicked in this next fight. Let's keep that. Let me make
That's
sure
your
that
opinion.
that's consistent.
That's totally your opinion. That's obviously that's your opinion. You will get shocked. All I'm saying is this
You're
fight will
right.
happen.
You're right. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but let me finish though. This fight will happen in 2021 though. I'm telling you now. All the people that are saying it basically, yeah, oh, Wilder doesn't want it. Oh, Wilder's injured, making up all lies. Even when they made the lies about the suit stuff, that wasn't true. Wilder hasn't had no interview with no one since the fight. The only time he spoke to someone was like, when he was in the ring. That's the last time we heard of Wilder. Actually, the second time was when he spoke to the BBC podcast. But other than that, he hasn't spoken to anyone else. So about the suit stuff, about the injury stuff, and all the other stuff is all lies. It's all complete lies. And Mark Breland, you know what? If Mark Breland was really concerned about Wilder, he would have thrown that towel in, fourth round, 5th round, 6th round. But he had to wait all the way until the 7th round to throw that towel when he was the least hurt at that 7th round. I would say he was hurt more at the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah,
But he decided to throw that towel at the 7th round. So think about it. I think Mark Breland is the snake in the grass.
No. Pete, slow down. Listen to what you said, bro. Let me break this down. What's up, Glenn? Let me break this down for you based on what you just said right there. Now, you said you thought he was hurt more in the 4th and 5th round, correct? I don't want to misappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he took him in 7 rounds.
Hold on. I just wanted to confirm that so that I don't put words in your mouth. So with that being said, he took damage in those rounds, and now he's taking further damage, whether it's the 7th round or not. So what Breland is considering is not just in the 2nd round. I mean, in the 7th round, where it's the accumulated damage. That's what gets fighters killed, bro. Listen, Patrick Day, Dadashev, Santalene, Hugo Santalene, these guys died because of this. You got to be careful with this accumulated damage. So all I'm saying, P, is just like you always say, you respect opinions. You have to respect the other side's opinion when they say that Mark Breland could have potentially saved this dude's life, because that one punch could be the last punch, man. That's just the reality of this sport.
If I can add
Let
something.
me quickly finish. I'm about to finish.
Let me go right quick.
Please let me finish. Please.
I'm not gonna go
Alright.
off topic, or I'm not gonna pick a side here. I'm just gonna say something. This isn't always the case, obviously, right? And sometimes it is big punchers, but a lot of the deaths or serious injuries in the sport, they have certain things that repeat. Either it'll be a fighter was too active, they take a lot of damage in their fights, something out of the rings, maybe a mental illness, right? And there's also a situation where you look at it, it's a guy who has power enough to hurt someone but not to knock them out, and a guy who's got a chin and too much toughness for their own good. And I think that this could have been a situation like that because Fury is a big enough guy to damage you, but he's not really, a one-punch knockout artist. And Deontay Wilder's a guy who's got a solid chin and a lot of heart. And I don't think he'd quit unless his body and mind failed.
Right. Yeah.
I think, at the same time, while Fury was, he used a lot of energy. You have to admit that, because he was the one that was working hard. So I feel like if that fight would have still went on and Wilder survived that 7th round and 8 and 9, the Fury would have got more tired, and Wilder, he only needed that one punch, and his one punch could be a short one.
You're bugging. 12th round, the first fight, P. 12th round, the first fight. Something.
Yeah, but he didn't use that much energy in the first few rounds.
You just cut me off, dog. You just cut me off. 12th round in the first fight. Okay, I don't care about the ref giving him time and all of that. He got up. The ref let him get up. He caught Wilder. This is why Wilder could not finish the job. So we cannot talk about his gas tank. Can't. I don't listen. When people talk about Wilder's fitness, I say no. This dude is not getting fat in between fights. I give him respect for that. You cannot sit here and try to disrespect Fury's gas tank and talk about he would have gotten tired. No, the fuck he wouldn't.
Can I debunk that?
No, he wouldn't have gotten tired, fam.
I'm gonna debunk it because you know why?
Try.
The first few rounds, Fury wasn't working hard. Fury waited until the later rounds. If you watch that fight again, I feel like many of you guys didn't watch this.
What fight are you talking about? Which fight?
I'm talking about the first fight. Yeah, when they went 12 rounds.
Go ahead, make your point. Go ahead and try to make your point.
Wilder was the one that was working Fury. I feel like Wilder won from round 1. I think round 3 was debatable, but definitely Wilder won round 1, round 2, round 4, round 5, round 6. And then the rest
make your point about the gas tank, fam.
But what I'm saying is because he wasn't working. You guys need to see that. Everyone wants to call me fanboy and stuff like that. But listen, you guys need to watch that. I watched that fight many times. The first fight, the second fight, I ain't gonna watch it ever again. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is basically when you see that fight, you can see that Fury is not working hard. He started working hard at after the second half of the fight, he started working more hard. But in this fight, the second fight, he worked hard from the beginning. He came out like a possessed devil. Dude. But let me tell you something, Fury, I'm not saying Wilder would have won and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. But all I'm saying is Mark Breland, I feel like he was the snake in the grass. Wilder said that in the interview with the BBC podcast. You know what I mean? He didn't say it was Mark Breland, but he did say there was a snake in the grass, and I feel like that was the guy. You know what I mean? Mark Breland he's got links with Kronk's gym as well. He's got links. Listen. I'm about to finish.
Come on,
One second. 2 seconds. He's got links. Listen, he's got links. He's got links with Kronk's gym. That's all I gotta say.
All right, that's awesome. All right. What's up,
can I speak, man? Can I speak?
Go ahead.
All right, so shout out to MMA, Eddie, Black and Brown, everybody up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I don't understand what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? You're talking about that you try to make me believe that what I saw didn't happen. You know what I mean? And that's what most people would tell you. You're telling me that your opinion about some conspiracy theory or some shit that happened in your mind, or somebody told you something to believe and then you believed it, and I'm supposed to believe something different based on my education and what I saw. I'm supposed to believe you just out of the blue. No, that's not how it works. Okay? This is not facts, what you're talking about. You're giving an opinion, and your opinion, everybody has a right to an opinion, but your opinion, you're acting as if it's fact. It's not fact. What your opinion is just an opinion, and at the end of the day, the record does not show your opinion. The record says otherwise. Okay, and what's going to happen? Yes, I give Deontay Wilder a puncher's chance all the time. Bro, I've been promoting Deontay Wilder since the get go, probably before you even knew him. You know what I mean? So it's been that long that I've been promoting Deontay Wilder. But at the end of the day, he got his ass whooped, bro, and nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. So you can say whatever you want to say about this and this and that. About this, you know, oh, Mark Breland was a snake in the grass. This guy, oh, it was a glove game. Oh, you know, this happened. There was somebody put something in his drink. You know, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but at the end of the day, his trainer said his safety is in jeopardy. Let me throw in the fucking towel to save this man's life. That's facts.
Wait,
That's what
D.
fact is.
Hold on.
I'm not timing out no one. I'm not the one that's timing out no one. You just put it in the private chat. I don't even have a wrench. Like,
All right, that's cool. Look, check this
who's
out.
that? That's someone with a fake account, bro.
All right. Whatever. Check this out, fam. Glenn, well said. That's what I want to say to you. But I want to get back to this fucking Pete, your comment about Fury gassing out. You just said in the first fight, he fought harder the second half of the fight, right? Then this is something else you're not taking into account. In that first fight, he was less conditioned, fam. He was just coming off the long layoff. In the second fight, he was way more conditioned, way more, his muscle tone was much more lean. Okay, now what the hell you think is going to happen in the third fight? The dude has been staying active all through the pandemic while people were taking a break. What was he doing? His little morning show, exercising every time with his wife. The dude's been staying in shape. So the only thing that's going to happen is he's going to have more gas in that tank. It's not going to be a thing where we got to worry about Fury gassing out. This is what he does. He dances around the ring. And then he was hugging and leaning on a fucking Vladimir Klitschko and still dancing around the ring. Dude, he's not going to gas out. So let's not talk about gassing out. This is what I'm saying. I don't discredit Wilder. I'm not going to allow you to discredit Fury.
I'm not discrediting him, but
is not actual.
I'm
have
not.
nothing to validate that.
Listen, D. This is one thing you don't understand. Listen, the first fight, Fury he waited less than what he waited in the second fight. Do we agree on that one?
No.
How much did he wait in the first fight? I swear he waited like 18
Neither of these guys threw many punches in the first 6 rounds. I will agree.
No, I'm talking about his weight. I'm talking about his weight.
Yeah, but it's different.
He waited 18 stones.
Listen, hold on.
19 stones.
Can't learn if you don't listen. You cannot learn if you don't listen. It's the reason for that, okay? The first fight, he weighed the way he weighed because it was fat. It was fat. One thing that's scientifically proven is muscle is heavier than fat. He put on muscle going into that second fight. He's 6'9", but it's not just muscle that he put on. He put on lean muscle, but muscle is heavier than fat. So that weight that he had in the second fight was a healthier, heavier weight. You understand? It was a healthier, heavier weight. Yes, he was heavier, but it was healthy. He was unhealthy in the first fight because he was coming off of 413 pounds, dude. This is the difference. These are the things you have to understand before you just make these assumptions.
It was his fault, though, isn't it? It was his fault.
No, we're not going to go there. Yes, it was his fault. We're not even going to go there and have that because he quit. He went on a drug hiatus. We're not going to go there. It doesn't matter. We're going to stick to your point because your point is about gassing out, and I'm trying to show you that you're not valid there. So let's stick to that so that you don't keep thinking, oh, he's going to gas out. He's not going to gas out. You have nothing to validate that. You're just talking, fam. Those are just talking points.
I think he took a risk, Fury. Fury said to us, oh, I'm going to knock him out in 2 rounds. Okay. And everyone said, oh, he's not going to, he's chatting rubbish and all that sort of stuff. And then, it happened in the 7th round. So I think Fury, from the get-go, he went in or nothing, basically, all or nothing. So basically, that was his game plan to say, you know what, do or die. I'm going to get it or I'm going to die in the ring. You know what I mean? and it worked out for him. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think he would have done that for 12 rounds. Come on, man, he's a human being. The way he was fighting, I never seen him fight like that. From round 1 to like round 7, he was aggressive. He wasn't boxing, he was fighting out there, man. He was doing all sorts of things, like headlocking him, pushing him, but you know what I mean, like grabbing him. Like he wasn't there to box, man. He was there to do a job, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. And I don't think he would have survived up to 12 rounds if Wilder would have continued 12 rounds. And I believe he would have got knocked out if Wilder would have made it up to 12 rounds.
Yeah, that's a really
Wait, what?
same belief. What's up, L Dog? What's up, Dog?
Hey, what's up, D? I'm kind of confused. P, you talking about the second fight?
I'm talking about the second fight, yeah.
You saying that if they
No, we're
let
talking
it
about
keep going?
the condition, and we're not talking about Wilder's condition. We're talking about Fury, like his conditioning. If Wilder was in a better condition, we're talking about the conditioning. Like, could he do that for 12 rounds? What he was doing? That's what we're talking about.
I don't have a question about Wilder's condition. I was talking about you talking about Fury gassing out or getting tired, or that shit's dog. That's just delusional.
He won't fight like that for 12 rounds. He won't fight like that for 12 rounds. There's no way.
Bro.
He doesn't have to fight like that for 12 rounds, P. He doesn't. And one thing that you're not even talking about, P, and I never hear you talk about, and don't make me pull the footage up, because somebody came here with "We Are the Champions" was already demonetized. So don't make me pull the footage up on you, because I will. I'll get IBT to put it up and I'll show you. Fury caught 3 hands from this dude. 3 of your right hands. One of them he rolled, so it wasn't that effective, right? 2 of them he took, and he's kept coming Wilder after he took them. So I don't understand what you're talking about with the damn gassing out and the fact that, you know, Wilder would have got up and caught him. He already caught him twice. He caught him twice, and Fury didn't even fucking go down. He didn't get stunned. He didn't get wobbled. He came right back at Wilder. And this is a fact that I'm giving you. And again, don't make me pull the footage up, because I won't fucking show you, fam.
Listen, I'm about listen. I have to go now. My missus is calling me, but listen.
All right.
Thanks for having me. We'll continue this. You're probably gonna go live tomorrow. You normally go live in the afternoon, the UK afternoon time, right?
Yeah. About 12 o'clock over here. 12 to 1 o'clock, somewhere between there.
It looks like I'm getting a lot of hate from the chat, so I'm gonna come off anyway, and they're gonna they don't want to hear me no more. But shout out to the chat, shout out to the panel, shout out to Deontay Wilder, shout out to LDBC. I'm out.
All right, Pete. Thanks for coming.
Peace out, man.
D, I'm gonna say this. I'm more excited for the trilogy than I am any other fight, and the firing of Mark Breland makes me more excited. Finally. You know, JD's has said he's not going to throw in the towel. Thank you. Let this man die in the ring, because he said he was willing to die in the ring. Let's let him do that. Let's honor his word, and let's let Fury beat the brakes off of him.
That's terrible to say.
You're trolling.
No, he's a warrior though. He said, I'd rather go out on my shield than quit. Let him, please.
Let's be honest. Tyson Fury, I don't think that he's going to kill a man in the ring. Okay, Wilder was in deep trouble. I think most of what could have happened is he would have gotten dropped, and that would have been the official stop. Like, then it's waved off because he's getting beat up. He got dropped. It's over. I think that's the worst that would have happened. Even in this next fight, I think that's the worst that could happen. I don't disagree with people that Breland potentially saved his life, because we never know. But I don't think that this is one of those things. If it's Joshua we're talking about, he's beating Wilder up like that, and then they don't want to throw the towel, then it's like that Rocky Drago. Not Rocky Drago.
No, that's Hrgovic. If it's Ivan Drago, man, that's Hrgovic pounding his head.
No. I was just saying the Drago Apollo Creed fight, where it's like throw the damn towel and that type of shit. It's one of those things if it's Joshua beating him up like that. But Fury beating him up like that, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think that he was gonna kill him in the ring. He was just gonna pummel him some more, and eventually it would have been stopped anyway.
And I'm not saying I want him. I'm not saying I want him to die in the ring. Hold up 1 second. I'm not saying I want him to die in the ring. I'm saying we should honor his word. You know.
Let him drop in. Hold on, chill for a second.
Yeah, but I've been quiet. My phone's about to die. So I'm just gonna give a last point. Like, when it comes to it, I think that people got to realize that, look, there's not too much that can change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna teach an old dog new tricks like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he has a powerful punch, but it's not something that's gonna kill a man. So I agree with that point. He's not gonna kill nobody with that punch, but he's gonna knock him out if he catches him. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Him getting beaten up over 12 rounds, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not used to getting beaten up is a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens to people. People just, they're not used to getting beaten up, and then you start getting a beating for 12 rounds, and then all of a sudden your brain lumps up and it enlarges in your skull, and they have to cut your skull open, and then either you die or you don't. And that's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to die in the ring. I know what you're saying. Like he says it, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the sad part. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know?
Let me say.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna time off though, dog. Like, but I'm gonna listen until my phone dies because my phone's like on 2% right now, and that's what I'm trying to say. I just made a long drive tonight.
All right,
yeah, my bad for interrupting you, Glenn.
Thanks for coming on.
No doubt.
Thanks for coming through, dog.
What I'm saying is, like, with all these excuses, I'm glad that no one's going to throw in the towel this time, because I'm sick of hearing this excuse that, the towel was thrown in too early. I want there to be no controversy in this fight. And if that means, Wilder going out on his shield, so be it. Can we get rid of this guy already, man? Like, that's what I'm saying.
You don't make no sense, man. You don't make no fucking sense. That's all
I'm not saying I wish death on the guy, but what I'm saying is this guy, they're making so many excuses about the towel being thrown in. Look, don't throw in the towel.
Man, IBT, you a snitch, bro. I'm gonna knock your bitch ass out, IBT. Real talk, bro. You always out here snitching and.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, well, dog, listen. Do wish something on his fan, bro. Don't wish anything on him. You know what I mean? Wish something on the idiot saying it. How you gonna wish something on the man because he got idiots saying shit about him? Like, it's not his fault. He got these idiots following him saying this shit.
I agree, but I don't dislike the LDBC. But with Wilder, the thing is, I just want there to be no controversy, and I think no matter what, if let's say Fury beats him on points, people are gonna say, "Oh, Wilder, he won the factual rounds or whatever."
Robbery.
Yeah, it was a robbery. If a towel gets thrown in, it was premature. If the ref stops it, premature. He got to the way people hate Wilder. Yeah, what I'm saying is, Fury got to really end this man to make sure there's no controversy.
No, see, that's the thing, L-Dog. That's why I was so happy to see the rematch end in a stoppage, but there was still quote-unquote controversy, right? In reality, I don't think there's controversy with this fight. Historically, this fight is going to be looked at very decisively, right? I don't think any historian is going to bring up, well, there were some people who thought the gloves looked weird because of these photoshopped images and, all stuff like that. I think this fight is already pretty decisive. I think any result going forward, fanboys will be fanboys. They'll continue to defend. You know what I mean? They'll create controversy where there isn't. They've already done that. The guy got stopped in his last fight. There was a couple hours of silence followed by false controversy. It's gonna happen. What I hope is that it's just a good fight. I don't want any fighter to have any lasting damage, but I do believe that Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder worse in the first fight.
Yeah, I definitely agree that Wilder. Man, shut your bitch ass up, bro. I'm gonna knock you out, bro. I'm gonna come spray your crib, bro.
Hey, yeah, bro. Salute. Thanks.
Yeah, salute. Yeah. So, hey man, y'all stop doing that before I fucking kick y'all off the channel. Cut it out, bro. Young God, don't follow behind El Jefe. Don't even start doing that, because I ain't gonna let you back on. El Jefe, you get back on. Go ahead, Mark.
The problem is big surge in New Zealand, so it's.
Is that Mark?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
I want to see I want to see Wilder really, just be removed from the sport.
Yeah. Well, I don't really necessarily want to see the man. What's up, Punch Drunk Jeff? We had a couple of people step in here. My man Punch Drunk in the building. I see Jeff step in the building. Messy Nessie in the building. Chin Smoke. My man Chin Smoke, what's good with you? Yeah, man. I don't know, L Dog. You a wild boy, man. I don't want to see any fighter hurt. I'll say that. I want all of
I
these
mean, come
fighters.
on, man.
Hold
We
on,
all
hold
want to
on,
see
L Dog,
someone
L
hurt.
Dog. You just had the floor, fam. Let me talk for a second.
My bad,
I'm
D.
just giving my opinion. Okay. I don't want to see any fighter hurt. I listen, when it comes to guys like Gary Russell Jr., Demetrius Andre, and a lot of Wilder fans, to a certain extent, I want to hear the nonsense stop. But I just don't agree with a lot of the things that I hear about Deontay Wilder. Like, listen, even at one point, I was like myself. I said he's finished after this third fight, and then I kind of went back on that because he's not even finished after the third fight. Still money he can make. Still guys that he can beat. I start looking at Dillian White getting knocked out cold by Povetkin, and I look around the heavyweight division, and the amount of disrespect for this guy because Fury did what Fury did. Now everybody can beat him. No, they cannot because this is not a heavyweight division where we have all of these fighters with high IQ. Because the consensus is that Fury has given up the blueprint. Well, can they follow the blueprint? Because if they could all follow the blueprint, maybe they would be higher level fighters. And that's the thing. The heavyweight division is not this far split in between these guys. Therefore, so what Fury gave up a so-called blueprint. That's a blueprint of what Fury is able to do, what Fury's footwork allows him to do, what Fury's feints allow him to do, what Fury's fucking dimensions allow him to do. This does not apply to every heavyweight in the division, and Wilder will spark, slam, knock them the fuck out, is the way I still see it. A lot of them will get knocked the fuck out. Can't just expect these guys to emulate what Tyson Fury does. It ain't gonna go down that way. So it's like it's a lot of disrespect for this dude. And at certain levels, I'm like, okay. Like when P boxing go overboard and start trying to discredit Fury and act like Wilder's gonna be Fury. Okay, bullshit. I think Fury's gonna win this next fight, hands down. But then I'm not gonna let people go overboard with this Wilder talk. I just don't agree with a lot of that shit. I don't. And I don't even like the guy. Like I'm not a fan of anything. I don't dislike him personally or like him personally. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of his. It's dishonest boxing talk to me. Because give me some validation and tell me that all of these guys are automatically just going to beat Wilder because of what Fury done. Validate that for me. How?
No, I agree. I think that he did put out the blueprint how to beat Wilder, but not everyone can do it.
No, they can't. Everybody can't do that.
Like, you gonna tell me Usyk would use the same game plan to beat Wilder?
You'll get
Like,
knocked
nah,
the fuck
come
out.
on.
You'll get knocked the fuck out because Usyk does not have if the same game plan as Fury. I'm saying they may be able to devise a game plan, but it wouldn't be that one because he get knocked the fuck out. He doesn't have the reach and the dimensions that Fury has. Wilder would time that right hand and put him away. And we talk about a guy like Usyk. Come on with that, bro. Him and Breedis was going back and forth. And Breedis is a good fighter, but he ain't no fucking Wilder. And
Yeah, man.
Breedis was finding Usyk. Breedis gave Usyk a good damn fight, but he was finding that target. So I know Usyk got the great footwork and all of that, but Breedis was finding the target, right? Bellew was finding the damn target, right? Gusev, wasn't that his name? Or IBT? Gusev was finding the target, no?
Gassiev.
Gassiev, there you go. All right, so we're going to just act like Wilder can't find a target on a shorter fighter with his reach?
Yeah,
Come on, bro. Like, this shit is ridiculous. He can find a target. We don't even know what Usyk can take at fucking heavyweight. Let's see him get past Chisora first.
but you
Because
know
if
who I think
Chisora
could
knocks
do it,
him the
D?
fuck out, I don't want to hear that Wilder could knock him out if he goes in there and gets slapped by Chisora.
I think our boy, man, I think he's all wrong for Wilder. I think he could use that Fury game plan of walking him down. You know,
Who?
Hergovich, man.
Oh, Hergovich. Yeah, I don't know. Hergovich, man. I don't know, man. I'm not. I wouldn't doubt Hergovich. But to be honest, dog, me personally, I gotta see more from Hergovich just to put him over Wilder. I would have to pick Wilder in that fight because Wilder's a top 5 heavyweight. Hergovich has not fought anyone on that level yet, so I just want to see. I'm not doubting Hergovich because that's my guy. Fuck that. But I want to see him like like a Revis or Andy Ruiz. I think Hergovich. A lot of people think Andy Ruiz would beat Hergovich. No, I think Hergovich would beat Andy Ruiz. If he gets in there and beat up Andy Ruiz, then I don't want to hear this shit. Then he's official. But they got to make those kind of fights happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, D, real quick, bruh. The young god has been blocked by Black and Brown. You know, he's being a little sensitive, man.
What a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, he's being a little hoe,
Hold
bruh.
on. Hold on. Coco, don't do that. Go ahead, young god. Say your piece, fam. Y'all don't see that shit.
Oh, that's about it.
No,
I've been
yeah,
blocked.
come on, Black and Brown with that shit, man. Hold on, Black and Brown.
Yeah, Black and Brown.
militant.
Hold on. What's
He's
up,
acting
Rick
like a
Love?
bottom feeder.
All right, hold on, young guy. Black and Brown. Just so we go over this, because I don't know if I even gave it to you or not, bro. If they ain't on that racist shit, man, MXBC is welcome here, bro. I don't care if you don't like them. I don't care if they call you a dumbass. I don't care if they say you fucking suck balls. I don't care about none of that. There ain't no blocking people, bro, because people say all that shit to me, and I don't block them or time them out. So if it ain't racist, fam, or they ain't here with one of these fake accounts, don't do it. Because I'm snatching riches. I'm telling you guys, I'm snatching them shits. You're going to be gray and get blocked and timed out saying, y'all ain't trying to hear this bullshit. What's up, Rick Love?
Oh, whoa, take him down.
Hey, whoa,
Take him down.
whoa,
Oh, that's
whoa.
a fake one.
That's a
That's
fake
that.
Rick Love.
That's
Yeah,
MMA champ.
Yeah, this
This Justin
is
guy,
already
man.
demonetized this live, so
If you want to make sure it's the actual person, just check the channel before you let him in.
Hey, shut the fuck up, snitch.
I can't, man. I can't I can't check the channel, man. See, these motherfuckers silly as shit, bro.
Yo, what up, Black and Brown, bro? Where's that messy Nessie head, bro? I need that messy Nessie right now, bro.
Yeah.
Hey D, these
What's
fools
up,
are
bro?
trolling you, bro. Go check
Nessie.
the stats. D, go check the stats. I didn't block nobody. They're trolling you, bro.
It's cool, Black and Brown. I was just saying.
No, he called us out first, bro.
All right, but look, chill, bro. I don't
He's
want
talking
that
about
shit
my
here.
wife.
Young God, I'm gonna kick you
hey,
off.
hey,
Black
DJ,
and Brown, chill. Hold on for a second. Y'all already know how I do over here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't want that shit here. Let's talk boxing. Because I will kick. See, young guy, my man Coco Tyler just had to boot him. LFA had to boot him. We don't do that shit here, fam. It's not Free Smoke Friday. It's not MXBC getting smoked. This is boxing talk. I don't give a fuck who filed who off this channel. Like, this is the rules for everyone. I don't do that shit on this panel. So, listen, I love both of you guys. But your personal problems, I don't give a fuck. Let's talk boxing. Let's do boxing.
Hey, D, you know me. I've been fucking with you for months, bro. I don't bring this shit to your channel. That's these dudes, bro. That's these dudes, bro. I don't bring this troll ass shit to your channel.
I'm with you, bro.
Shut up,
Hey,
bro.
let it go, bro.
Yeah, why you crying, bro?
Yeah, let it go.
I just came on to say that I was blocked, bro, and I can't really comment. But
you said I blocked you though. But you said I blocked you. I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Brown, we threw all of this, dog. No, listen, hold on, guys. For real, we threw all of that, bro. We got it. Like you didn't block him. I believe you, fam. You still have your wrench. Like it's all good. But fuck all of this goddamn bickering and arguing, bro. It's like, come on, we grown men up here. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, let's get back to the boxing talk. Wilder, Fury, fucking Navarrete. Boxing talk. Let's do it.
And what's that fight against
fucking Lopez. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez knocking Lomachenko the fuck out in the 7th round. Let's talk about that.
Nah, we're just gonna have to see it at this point, D. I think we've both given good breakdowns of the fight, but I think we're just gonna have to see it because one of us is gonna be right, man. I don't know who, but I think you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what it really boils down to, man. Man, come on with that shit.
That's a fake Hefe, bro.
I was kicking him off anyway because I already kicked him off for the day. Like, y'all come on with that dumb shit, man. Y'all my dudes, but if you kicked off, just don't come back on the panel because you're gonna stay off.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about the block thing. Other than that, salute, man. Salute.
Yeah. Listen,
the channel, man.
This young guy, don't you got a wrench now?
Let me check. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, and I think you do.
I think that's fake Hefe.
Well, I don't. It don't matter. I didn't even mean to put him in.
I think that's a fake Hefe. Like
Hold up, it might be on my other account.
Yeah.
Nah, I still don't got one.
But hey,
Right,
D,
just
if
put a comment in the
Loma
chat.
loses, man, if
All
Loma
right,
loses, I'll come over here and I'll I'll give you your props, man. I ain't gonna run
No, I mean it's all good, bro. Like
because I've
you
been wrong
already know,
before and I'll be wrong again many times.
I'm going live for that fight. I'm telling y'all now. I'm going to be live for that fight. So, y'all can ride me right there on the live because I'm gonna talk about it a little bit after the fight too. But I'm definitely going to do blow by blow commentary for that fight, and y'all can get at me right then and there, straight up.
Yeah, but if it's some Pernell Whitaker, Chavez, senior kind of robbery, man, I ain't gonna be giving no one their props.
Why would they rob? Why would Bob Arum? Why would Bob Arum
Nah. I'm
rob
just saying,
Lomachenko?
boxing is crazy, you know.
No.
Boxing.
This is a top rank event, Eldo. You got to make sense with it. If you're gonna talk robbery, you have to make sense. This is a top rank event. Both fighters are bobs. He gets paid either way. Is an upside to him either way. Either one of these guys win. And if Lomachenko wins for Bob Arum, that's even more money because he's going to get paid off of Teofimo regardless. It's an early loss in his record, so there's no downside for Bob Arum for Lomachenko winning. Therefore, there's no reason for a robbery. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to mention these things, then it has to make sense. And a robbery in this situation, there's no upside for Bob Arum to rob Lomachenko. It's an upside for him if Teofimo doesn't pull it off. You got to understand that. Makes no sense.
Yeah, man, but that's a good fight. But what's the next good fight we got on the schedule, guys? Do you guys know any other good fights? Nah, but like the next decent fight, like at least a Navarrete Ruben Villa type of fight level.
Oh, Chocolatito and
Israel
Gonzalez.
and
That's a
Juan
good
Francisco
fight, man.
Estrada
You got
versus
Juan
Carlos
Francisco.
Cuadras.
Yeah, they're going there.
And on the same card, Julio Cesar Martinez is fighting Maximino Flores, defending his WBC flyweight title. And there's going to be 3 prospects on the undercard as well: Ota Jones III, Amo Williams, and Pacheco.
Hey, IBT, ¿qué pasa, hermano?
Yo, salute, Guido.
Lydia Dawn's in the building. What's good with you, Scott Brown, my man? What's up, Jeff? What's going on, dog? Oh boy, man, these motherfuckers.
Hey, tranquilo, puto.
Oh man, you guys are funny, man. Hey man, y'all gonna stop coming up here fucking up my lives too. I'm telling you, if I find out I was doing that shit, but
it's MMA champ. It's MMA champ, aka Justin. He's a snitch, and he's like, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it.
That. You don't know if that's him doing that. Cut it out. I don't. You ain't. What are you, Columbo, nigga? You know. You don't know if you're doing that shit. Cut it out.
But yeah, man. Oh man, people want me to do the Guido impersonation. Nah, man, I can't be doing that Guido impersonation. It gets dangerous, man.
Guido, what's up with Guido? I need to call him up. What's up with Guido? So anyway, Leo Williams. What is the chances, bro? How much of a chance do you give? Abby T, I want you to start off with. How much of a chance do you give Leo Williams beating Demetrius Andre?
Like legit, just straight up and down. What are his chances of winning?
Right, in a fight with Demetrius Andre, because the talk is already starting about Demetrius ducking him, and I don't necessarily agree with that. But I just wanted to get your idea on it.
I think he's got a very solid chance to beat him. If I'd have to say percentages, I have to pick. I'd say like 40. I still favor Andrade, but Williams could legit beat him.
Okay. All right. What about you? What about you, L Dog? What do you think? Liam Williams' legitimate chance of actually beating Andre? You there, L Dog? All right. Well, here's what I say. I'm sort of where you are, IBT. And you know, I don't advocate praise or anything, Andre. I got enough negative to say about the dude. I'll keep it one. But I think that you gotta favor him over Leon Williams. Leon Williams is just not the guy to me to get through that Andre puzzle. One thing about Andre, he fights so timidly that he's not easy to hit. Just can't, you're not just gonna go in there and find the target on this guy. So that's why I don't agree with this whole ducking thing either. Like, let's be honest, man. If he's going to fight BJS is a better opponent than Liam Williams, and he's at 168. Right? So like that. Hey.
For me, it heavily depends on what he does immediately after. Right? If he unifies, not a duck. If he fights Billy Joe Saunders or moves up and fights a champion, it's not a duck. If he has a non-title fight like he's being discussed to have, they're talking about him having a non-title fight on the undercard of either Haney or Jacobs, that's a duck. No reason he should be having a title fight a non-title fight at this stage in his career. A non-title fight in the sense that he has a title and he chooses not to defend
Fake
it. For
punch, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, come on, D. Come on.
Now look, Punch don't be up this late, dog.
No, I'm not saying he's up this late, but just look, just scroll over, over the little photos. There's a little 3 dots, right? And you click that, and there should be a channel associated with the account. If there's not a channel, then it's not them.
Yeah, man. But
Wow.
Liam Williams, I guess that's the topic, right? I saw his fight. I was impressed. I would like to see. I think the real fight I want to see him in is against Charlo, man. I think he loses, but I think that's more of a stylistic, like a nice fight, man.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun fight. But against Andrade, I can never count anyone out against Andrade. Because the dude has such poor balance and footwork, he can just get knocked down constantly, especially against a hitter like Williams.
What'd you say about this? What'd you say about this now, IBT? You said go over to you're talking about in the chat on the channel, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about on StreamYard.
Oh, on StreamYard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My man Chet Collins in the building. Hey, big up. D just stopped by to show support. Loma KL 8 round. Chet, my man. Appreciate you with the super chat. But Chet, let me ask you this right quick. How is it possible that Lomachenko KO in the 8th round, Chet, when Teofimo is gonna knock Lomachenko the fuck out 7th round, Chet? My man. Yeah, dog. Check Collins, boy. He ain't never gonna let up. So, if Punch Drunk, is that Punch Drunk in the chat?
Yeah, that's Punch in the chat, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me see.
I mean, I seen
Punch it's him in the chat. Him in the chat, yeah. In the chat, yeah. On the panel, that wasn't him.
Oh, all right.
Oh, did you guys see the new Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode?
No, I didn't. I saw it came out, but I haven't watched it yet.
Man, it was kind of a whack episode, to be honest.
I don't even know what that is, bro. I don't even really watch television.
It's like HBO 24/7, but for Loma Lopez.
All right, hold up, before I even let this on. Now what do I do? IBT.
All right, so you should click the 3 dots, and then you should see if it says associated with a channel.
That's Justin Marshall.
All right. Yeah, exactly. So then you don't add him on.
Yeah, Justin. Now
What did
see,
I tell you? D? I told you it
yeah,
was that
yeah,
guy.
you good call, L Dog. Justin, I'm telling you, bro. Now you blocked from the channel. I mean, your regular account, uh, whatever, man. But you get blocked every time. And if y'all see Justin pop up, well, I think you got a wrench. So, motherfucker, don't even come in with your regular account because I'm blocking you from this channel. Dead ass. Now that y'all better stop that shit too, because y'all getting blocked from the channel doing that. Now that I know, thank you, IBT, for showing me how to do that. Because I wasn't really paying attention to this. Now I know how to figure that out. Y'all motherfuckers get blocked because I'm not even having it here. I'm telling you. It's funny to me, but it's disruptive. Fucking boxing. Baby. Let's go. So look, this is what I want to talk about, guys. Nathan Gorman fight with Larte. Is this a
Ah,
hold up. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing with it, Eldo. Is this a fact that Nathan Gorman is less of what people think he is, or Larte just had a good performance? That's the question with that fight.
I'm be honest. I think it's Nathan Gorman is less than what people think he is. You know, Richard Latte could have won that fight if he had an inside game. Those body shots were open. But what he does is he would jab, throw the right hand, but he'd overextend. And because when you overextend, it's dangerous for counters. Sometimes these guys like to smother the distance. So what he would do is just fall in and hold. But he never threw punches in the clinch. He would never work the body. And he could have done that. You know, especially since Gorman, whenever that right hand was coming, he'd lean back. One of the easiest punches to land in that situation is a right hand to the body, because as you lean back on the ropes, your body is right there to be hit.
Yeah. What do you think, IBT? Was it a performance from was it the performance from Larte, or was it just slack of Nathan Gorman?
Definitely, in my opinion, slack from Nathan Gorman. I think he's a good boxer. He's got good, like considering his size and just the state he's in. Right, I thought he did well, but I don't think he should be at that size. I don't think he should be in that state. Right. I think the issue began well before the weigh-in, well before they entered the ring. I think it started in camp, or maybe lack of camp. I thought he could have stopped Larde around the fifth, sixth, seventh round. There were multiple opportunities where I felt he hurt him, where he stunned him with counter left hooks coming in. Larde's offense is very crude. He doesn't, he just kind of walks forward, doesn't have a jab. When he throws punches, his other hand is down at his waist. He's the type of fighter who, to me, is going to give you some trouble just because he's durable. But if you've got the skills or just the, you know, it just didn't feel like he had any urgency to stop him. It seemed like he was fine coasting, and I didn't think either of them were in great shape. What I thought would be a good fight, I mean, it was all right. It was kind of boring, but Nathan Gorman beat him very soundly. I want the guy to get in the gym, lose that excess weight, and really refocus, because I genuinely think he's a good talent. He's got a good boxing IQ.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
I don't know about Gorman, man. There's better prospects out there.
Sure, but yeah, I think he's good. I think he's a good fighter's issue. I just don't think he's dedicated or disciplined like that, which is a shame.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I just wasn't impressed either way. I thought that he would stop Larte. Man, I don't know why I thought that, but because
No, you were right to think that. You were right to think that he should. Larte's got gassing issues. He's capable
right.
of stopping him. He could have stopped him. He hurt him multiple times. He hurt him at least 4 or 5 times. He just didn't finish him. That's the issue. That's why I was disappointed with his overall performance.
Right.
I was telling Mark, I was telling people in Hangouts, as soon as he weighed in 15 pounds over his career highest and like 20 pounds more than his fight prior, that's bad. That's very bad. You know what I mean? The guy weighed like over 270 pounds.
Wow, this
He's a
dude.
fat fuck, man.
That dude, Justin, like, bro, don't you have something to do with your life, fam? You just tried to join this live like 15 times straight.
He's
You,
a
do you-
big fan. He's a big fan of you, D.
yeah, it's just weird. Like,
He's a weirdo.
who spends that much time doing something like that? Like, you're not getting in. You're not getting in, Justin. Like, do you have something to do with your life? Go play with your dinghy in the bathroom.
Oh man. Hey, did you see Aslanbek Makhmudov's knockout?
Yeah, man. But before we get on Makhmudov, because there's a lot of upside down, I want to ask you guys about David Lemieux. He also had a first round knockout. Um, yeah, you're right,
Wasn't
Black
it
and
a
Brown. They
fourth?
don't have any lives, no lives at all. Um, what what's next for Lemieux? Let's talk about that because that first round knockout. I mean, it is what it is. I picked Lemieux to knock the dude out. I was way off. I didn't think he'd come and destroy him in the first round. But what's next for Lemieux? Who you think he should shoot after? Maybe a GGG fight.
Nah, he got his ass whooped by Triple G already.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. He's
I
not getting that
mean, what
rematch.
else is he gonna do?
He's just gonna be a contender at 168 and a name. I think. I don't think he recaptures a world title. Um, I don't know. I think he's just gonna be a fringe top 10 guy, like around the 7 through 13 mark, depending on what streak of wins he's on or losses or how he performed. You know, his fight before this, he looked terrible. He got dropped twice and he won a split decision, and now he scored a fifth round stoppage, and he dominated this fight. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think he becomes a world champion though, and I don't think he gets a massive fight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I think
Oh, I'm a
he's on
dumbass.
the overall decline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that fight. I'm with you 100%, bro. That fight didn't show me anything. It was too quick. It happened too quick to mean anything. And I just think, like you think, I think David Lemieux's at the end of his ropes anyway. Like, he's not gonna beat any of these top level guys. Um, it might be safe to say that GGG probably did him in. Might have been downhill from there. But
I mean, he's still a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, and he's still a big puncher. But I mean, I can't see him going in there with a Benavidez, Plant, Billy Joe, Smith, Canelo. Just a John Ryder even. Oh, that'd be a good fight. I don't think he can go in there with those guys and beat him. I think Jacobs would beat him too. I think he's gonna be the bottom end of the top 10 guy or a fringe top 10 guy, more of a name than a real title contender.
yeah, I agree. I agree. That's basically where he is now. Freddie G in the building was good. Shout out to them LA Lakers, boy. The boys got the title, Freddie. What'd he say? Man, listen, listen. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this foolishness? Freddie G, you come in, this live. And let me tell you, Freddie, we've been on for almost 2 hours, 1 hour and 59 minutes. Dude, I started this live out congratulating the Lakers. And I started this live out defending all of these idiots out here trying to put an asterisk on the Lakers title. So you way late, dude. I love these people that come and say, you don't do this, E. You don't keep it real. And they just punish themselves because I just did that.
You watch though, a lot of these people, man, they love to rub it in when they're right and you're wrong. But some of these guys, their
I
breakdowns
wasn't
of how
wrong, though.
things go
I wasn't
are
wrong. I
just
picked the
completely
Lakers to
different
win
to
in
what
6.
happens.
You heard me, L Dog? I picked the Lakers to win in 6. So I was exactly right. Me and Raider bet on it. and we had the same pick, Lakers in 6. So I wasn't wrong about anything. This is a LeBron James thing. 'Cause I gave LeBron James heat. You know what I mean? Nah, I knew the Lakers was gonna win that fucking title. The Miami Heat, they were too weak of a team. They weren't strong enough to take the Lakers in 7. But yeah, Freddie, I already shouted out, but shout out to the Lakers anyhow. Again, uh, all the Laker fans step in here. I'm gonna shout out the Lakers. So next week's schedule, guys, and IBT gave us a little rundown of this action we got coming up next week. You know what I want to see is a Belunga fight. I want to see him fight. You know, of course, Clay Collard, man. Clay Collard is going to make an exciting fight regardless. You know, the biggest fight on the card, we don't even have to talk about. I can't believe it, guys. We are this close to this fight happening. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko finally getting in the ring. But next to that fight, IBT, because you know a lot of these boxers a little better than I do. What do you say is the most interesting fight?
I don't know about most interesting, but in terms of the fights that are relevant on that card, I'd check out the Edgar Berlanga fight, the Clay Collard fight.
I want to see those 2 fights for sure.
Yeah. Josue Vargas versus Kendo Castaneda, Arnold Barboza Jr. versus Alex Salcedo. Those are
Oh,
some good
right.
fights.
I forgot about Vargas Castaneda fight. I definitely want to see that too. That's going to be an
That's
interesting
going to be a
fight.
good one. That's one that's pretty close to 50-50 in my opinion.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight to pick. I'm gonna have to do some film on those guys, though. But that's definitely an interesting fight. Punch Drunk,
Josue was
Who you got in Vargas Castaneda? You going back and forth with Coco? Who you
Josue
got,
was
Punch?
a sparring partner for Tio this camp.
Punch, come jump on the panel, man. What you say, L Dog?
Josue was a sparring partner for Tio this camp. So I mean,
I saw that.
we know he got he's got some good sparring, so maybe that'll be the edge.
Well, Teofimo always gets good sparring. It's nothing new.
No,
He
I'm saying
always.
like maybe that'll be the edge for Josue because it's a 50-50. You know, maybe
Because
he
he
had
got
the
good
better
sparring.
preparation.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah. Well, that's definitely. Yeah, you're right. That's true too. You're right. That's good sparring for him.
Hey, the week after isn't even a bad week of boxing. Roman Gonzalez, Israel Gonzalez, Estrada, Quadras, and then Lipinets, Abdukakarov. That's those are 3 interesting fights.
I'm really happy with where boxing is right now. I feel like it's legitimately back, even though we don't have fans quite yet. I do think I do think we've got a lot of good fights in quick succession every weekend and multiple fights too. I'm quite pleased.
Yeah. But you know who is lacking? DAZN, man. PBC and ESPN have brought boxing back. DAZN is lacking, man. I looked at DAZN's schedule today and it's so weak.
Yeah. Well, the zone is in trouble.
They
I
really
mean,
are, man.
yeah, the zone's in trouble. I don't. It was this big ego in these guys. They just been after the zone for PBC reasons, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't really have anything to do with them predicting anything. Of course, let them tell it, and they predicted this, which is loaded shit. The thing is this: the pandemic really hampered the zone's model. And the thing with these guys like Boxing Ego, and again, it was a PBC narrative. Had this pandemic not taken place, the zone was making remarkable moves in boxing, absolutely remarkable moves in boxing, and it would have worked because again, guys were paying attention to all of that money floating around. And at the end of the day, you have this element in boxing right now where these fighters want to be paid. You know, they're athletes like other professional athletes. They see these big baseball, soccer, football contracts, basketball contracts, and at the end of the day, they're athletes. Golfers making fucking tennis players $20, $30 million and shit. They want this money too, right? And so the zone was throwing it out there. I mean, when you pay Mikey Garcia, what do you get, like 7, 8 million to fight Vargas? That catches the eye. And the facts are, whatever, Al Jefe, man, you get back because I took your wrench. I tell you, stop telling people out. I'm telling you, man, you done lost 3 wrenches already.
Yeah,
Peace
man.
out,
I
Al
think
Jefe. I'll see you
I
tomorrow.
think the zone, man. I think they're fucking up, man, badly. They've got terrible fights, and honestly, my beef with the zone isn't like that whole PBC thing. Like, yeah, these guys are like, oh, we predicted the downfall, but it's their production value as well. Their commentary team is by far the worst in boxing, in my opinion.
No, man. I mean, no offense, but
Oh, Sky Sports is maybe worse.
yeah, I was gonna say Sky is not great, and sometimes Timothy Bradley just makes me want to shoot myself. I'm sorry.
And Timothy
Nah,
Bradley, he's
Sergio
biased as
Mora.
hell.
He's so extremely biased, and it feels like I'm listening to a Walmart bargain version of Teddy Atlas. Just the way he literally copies some of his sayings, even.
Yeah, he's
And I'm gonna say
ridiculously
this:
biased.
if I hear Shakur Stevenson mentioned one more time in a fight, he's not fucking in, man. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh yeah.
It's always,
Keeps
oh,
getting-
Shakur would destroy this guy, or Shakur Stevenson, the next Floyd Mayweather. Like, man, the guy's not even an established world champion. Yeah, he got a belt, but what did he do? He vacated
What they
it
need
right
to
after.
do
Like,
is they need to get this kid fighting. And like I was saying about Emmanuel Navarrete earlier, this is an example. This dude should be an example, like, to all of these people pussyfooting around in boxing. Like, every time you turn around, Navarrete's fighting this weekend. Navarrete's fighting this weekend. Navarrete's fighting this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's always the same thing. Every time. Yeah, that's really Alistair. Man, that's a good tool there, IBT.
Yeah.
What's up, Alistair? Yeah, I'm gonna start using that. And then you know what else I was doing? Justin kept coming back in, right? And I was just sitting here, I kept kicking him out. And I'm like, why don't I just ban him from the studio?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I kicked him out like 17 times. That's when I don't know if you randomly heard me say, man, I'm a dumbass. That's what I was saying that for, because I should have just banned him from the studio.
hold on, it just hit me.
Huh?
Navarrete has had 3 fights this year, man. 2 of which were championship fights. Who's
He's
doing
been
it like
doing this.
that, man?
He's been doing this though. He
I know.
got 5 times last year. 5
That's
times
what you need. Keep the momentum hot, like what Triple G was doing when he came over to America, just fighting often. It keeps your name in people's mouths.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. See, that's where your bias comes out. Because Triple G was not doing what Navarrete is doing. Triple G was fighting lower level competition. Let's put it that way. Navarrete is fighting fucking Valley guys back to back to back. Triple G was not doing that.
Oh, come on, bro. You think Yorio Lopez is like even a Gabe Rosado?
You're
Okay.
comparing a COVID opponent.
Yeah, come
No, but
on.
what I'm saying is like Navarrete, his opposition is not all that better than what Triple G was fighting. But
Yes,
I'm
it
not going to
is.
get into
Yes,
that
it
debate.
is. Yes, it most certainly is. We're not talking about by weight. We're talking about by skill set. Triple G was fighting a lot of low level guys. Stop it, especially early on. Stop your nonsense.
I mean, to be fair, some of these guys aren't like amazing or anything like that.
No, I'm not saying that, but they were
but-
better. I'm talking about pound for, when you go pound for pound, or, what these guys, who they fought and all of that. Triple G wasn't fighting anybody like that. He had some good fights in there. I'm not saying all of his fights were just taxi drivers or something like that. I'm not saying that, but if I'm looking at what Navarrete is doing versus what Triple G, I'm not. Yeah, they fought the amount of opponents. Okay, Triple G was fighting a lot of opponents. Like Navarrete is fighting a lot of opponents, but the level of competition, no. Navarrete is fighting at a higher level of competition. Let's just put it that way.
I disagree, man.
Whatever, man. That is
LeBron.
the real Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy?
Yeah. What's up?
Man, we just
What up, man?
talk about. What do you think about
What up, cuh?
Neverete is showing the boxing world this is how you're supposed to be doing it?
Man, I like what he's doing. He's fighting a lot. Comes forward. He's entertaining. I want to see more.
Exactly, man. And that's why I don't mind like El Jefe, he be coming and shouting out, you know, Neverete in the top 10 pound for pound. Maybe we should consider that. I'm a reevaluate it because I know what my criteria is. And as I'm thinking about Neverete, he's moving division, he's capturing championships, he's winning them and defending them. Maybe we should consider him being on the top 10 pound for pound. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's all subjective anyway. It's what your criteria and who you like, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I'm about to dip off for the night, D. I was just
all
in
right.
the chat. I was listening, so just wanted to
Appreciate
say,
you, Jimmy.
what's up.
Appreciate you, fam.
Salute.
Salute to you,
Saturday.
dog. No doubt, no doubt.
Peace.
So, Alistair, what's up with you, brother?
Like, what's up?
What's
No.
up, dog?
Yeah. LeBron James is I know this is basketball talk, boxing talk, but LeBron James
Nah,
is the GOAT. LeBron James the GOAT.
the go to what? The go to what?
The greatest
Basketball?
of all time. Yeah.
Luka Doncic is
The
the GOAT.
greatest basketball player ever.
Luka
Michael
Doncic
Jordan,
is the GOAT.
Yeah. Well,
Michael Jordan, move aside. Michael Jordan, move to the side. LeBron James is king.
Alistair, you do realize that a lot of LeBron fans are not even claiming that yet, right?
Yeah.
I got a big LeBron fan. You know Freddie G, Alistair. Me and Freddie just talked about it. Freddie didn't say, nah, he ain't past Jordan yet.
He didn't pass Jordan, but
Nah, he ain't. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Don't start talking silly. LeBron James.
He just won a championship, so we'll give him his moment. So for now, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, we already shouted out the Lakers and all that. Bud, what's good with you? Yeah, he trolling, dog. He trolling, Bud. And I ain't even gonna start that debate. Hell no, that fool ain't the GOAT. He get 40%. So that's all I want you to remember. That motherfucker been 10 times and he only cashed in 4 times. No, sir. All right, L dog. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you coming through, fam. Chet Collins says, I ain't mad at you, little punk. Don't you? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Chet, don't worry about none of them fools, man. I tell you one thing, they get y'all juices flowing, though. It's funny. I was reading a lot of those comments. I probably kicked more people in this damn chat than I have in a long time. I probably ever. I just kicked a lot of people out today, dog, because all of you guys that got these blue wrenches, man, I wish y'all use them and shit. And y'all see these people coming in here with fake accounts and shit like that, man. I wish y'all just
Yeah, I had to
hide
time
them.
out a fake L dog earlier.
Yeah, no, don't time them out, IBT. Block them. Hide them from the channel. Get them out of here.
All right.
Yeah. That go for everybody. Like, get them the fuck out of here, fam.
What do I
Ain't even no
do?
fun.
What do I do when Boxing Monster unhides him though? That's why I just time him out.
Well, I don't know if boxing wants to. I can't.
If
Listen,
he
man.
unhides him, I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what everybody gotta understand. It's no need to tell me about what Boxing Monster does.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if I had someone in hunt and he unhides him, it's like, all right, then he's unhidden.
Yeah, I don't go. I can't. What the fuck, bro? I can't. What? See, this is the thing. If I take Boxing Monster's wrench, right? Boxing Monster just logs onto the channel, put his wrench back. And what y'all gonna say? D, why you give his wrench back? I'm gonna tell you, I didn't give it back. He put it on himself because he's an administrator on the channel. So it's no need to tell me what the fuck Boxing Monster does. He does what he want to do.
Exactly.
He's like
Yeah.
that. He's like that spoiled rich kid that just walks around terrorizing everybody and never gets in trouble for it.
Yeah. He's like that.
Yep, you got it like that. That's the boxing monster pool around this bitch. Chet Collins said, "Why would I be mad at you, Coco? I don't know you know." Yeah, Coco Tyler, man. Coco, keep doing your thing. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Coco Tyler, man. So I don't know, guys. I think we pretty much summed it up for the talk tonight. Unless y'all got something else on board. I know it's. I'm surprised all you guys up so late. Is it always like this on the late night?
Bro, it's 10:30. It's not.
No, but I'm on the East Coast. I got a lot of people here on the East Coast too. It's 2:15 in
Oh
the
yeah,
morning.
we're insomniacs, most of us.
Punch Drunk always does this. That dude's
Not literally, but you know.
Punch Drunk's a vampire, fam. He's not. He's even more than a vampire. He's like Blade because he's a day walker. He's up all times of night. I'm like, Punch, bro, why don't you just up until like 4 in the morning and it'd be 8, 9 in the morning? He's right back. Like, hell no. I sleep too much for that. Ringside boxing, what you talking about? Y'all leave Chet Collins alone, man. Chet, boy. Oh yeah, no doubt, boy. I should have I sh- well, I put it on that one too, but just make sure you remind me. But I should have been done it because you've been supporting me from day one. Man. So anyway, yeah, man. I don't know, man. You know, the thing is funny to me with these guys that run around trolling and doing all of that other shit. Like, I never even imagined that someone had that much time on their hand to do that kind of dumb shit. Who did somebody else with that shit, right? Like, I'm just getting ready to start getting rid of all of them, guys. We'll never see another Jordan in our lifetime. Hell yeah, that's a fact, JJ. That's a fact, bro. Like, certain players, like, you'll never see another Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You'll never see a player that complete. He was the most complete overall basketball player ever, even over Jordan. But Jordan's collegiate accomplishments was dwarfed by what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did at a collegiate level. He was totally unstoppable at the collegiate level. Jordan progressed. He progressed in basketball. The motherfucker didn't even start playing basketball until the 9th grade of high school anyway, because he got cut. He got cut off the team. That's a famous thing about Joe. He got cut to the JV team in the 9th grade of basketball. You know, kids like LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, these guys, Kevin Garnett, they've been starting basketball ever since the Pee Wee leagues. They've been starting basketball, starting on the team. They never got cut from a team. These guys came right into the NBA out of high school, right? Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, right out of high school. Jordan got cut in the 9th grade. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the most, and still is, the most complete collegiate basketball player ever. And until Jordan came around, he was the most complete NBA basketball player ever. So I was just talking to somebody about this last night. If you ask me who was the greatest basketball player of all time, it was Kareem. It was Kareem. If you ask me who was the greatest NBA, the GOAT of the NBA, it's Michael Jordan. Greatest basketball player of all time, I say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, hands down, because he did it at both levels, at the collegiate level and the professional level. It's a lot of guys. Christian Laettner, he's in the top 10 of greatest collegiate players ever. He is. He's in the top 10. But what did he do in the league? He didn't produce like that in the league. So with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you think about the fact that he did it at both levels, get the fuck out of here, bro. He's the greatest basketball player ever. He most certainly is, in my opinion. Because he did it the whole time. Jordan hit a big shot in North Carolina. He wasn't nowhere near as dominant in college as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was. And had Len Bias not died, because, we got to think about this. At the time, Len Bias was more dominant than Jordan in college. Len Bias was definitely more dominant than Jordan in college, right? And if he not died, before getting drafted into the NBA. You know, Jordan might have been that 1-2 guy where was nobody questioning Kareem when he was the best. No questions about it. He was the best, hands down. So, nah, man, Jordan, give him his respect for the NBA. He's the GOAT of the NBA, but greatest basketball player of all time, in my opinion, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Pink Panther, please. Tim Duncan is in my top 10, though.
Yeah,
Greatest of all time, you done bumped your fucking head, dude.
number. I feel like for the center, I feel like Kareem is certainly the best player, like in his position, because he was a number one option. He was a go-to player.
Well, he's definitely the best center. Yeah, for sure. Definitely that. I don't give a fuck. He definitely got that locked down. But I think that he's the greatest basketball player of all time. Not NBA. No. Jordan was just when he got to that professional level, nobody had the dog in them, the killer instinct, the progression. It's something that people don't give Jordan credit for. His progression. Look at how Jordan progressed when he came from Carolina.
Mm.
And then his after game, right? Because he was the high flying Jordan, but then he knew that he was going to get older, and he turned that game into something else special. This was two different players that gave you two totally different three-peats. This is what makes Jordan. Well, in the first three-peat, he was the high flying Michael Jordan. You get it? He was the high flying guy dunking over Patrick Ewing and all of these guys in the first three-peat. In the second three-peat, he was the finesse Michael Jordan, shooting three-pointers, shoulder rock, you know? Still he could dunk. Still get in there and dunk. But he was doing it all. Defensive Michael Jordan. He gave you two different Michael Jordans and two different three-peats. Only a freaking 3 teams have three-peats, fam. Only 3 teams did that, ever. The Celtics, the Lakers, and the Bulls. Michael Jordan did it twice. Twice. Right? This dude is fucking phenomenal. And I don't care what anybody say. I really firmly believe this. Had Jordan's father not gotten killed on the highway or coming off the highway in Carolina, if he'd not gotten killed, I honestly think this dude would have ran 7 or 8 straight. I really think those Bulls and Michael Jordan would have ran 7 or 8 straight because Akeem and them did not get off until Jordan left. That's when they got off. They were clearly the best team. They did it twice back to back when Jordan was gone. When Jordan was gone. See? So, man, that dude was just lights out. You know, he went and fucked around in minor league baseball and that type of dumb shit.
I mean, you
That
definitely got
suck.
Yeah, you definitely
He
got to
sucked
credit
at baseball, man. I don't give a fuck what these Jordan lovers say. That motherfucker sucked at baseball. He thought he was gonna be a Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders. That motherfucker couldn't play no baseball. And Major Leagues was like, okay, yeah, we know you're good. Go play basketball, buddy. Go down to the minor leagues and see what you can do. He sucked down there too.
No.
That's why I said, yeah, let me go back to basketball. Get over here where I'm good at.
Because freaking like Jordan, MJ needed help. He needed Pippen to win all those championships as well. He had like a good core and a good team that he played with for a long time.
But
But like
he's
LeBron,
responsible for building them to where they are, bro. And that's a fact. Breakfast Club days, Scottie Pippen was around during those days. You understand? And Scottie Pippen, as well as Jordan, couldn't finish without him. They were a 1-2 punch. Pippen couldn't finish without Jordan. He tried. He got beat. You know, he needed his boy, and his boy needed him. I would definitely, I never really argued that point because that was his wingman. They were the 1-2 punch. They were, they were intertwined. You needed that combination to beat these teams. So I wouldn't deny that. But Kobe needed Shaq for his three-peat. Let's talk about three-peats specifically. He doesn't get that three-peat without Shaq. Period. That was his 1-2 punch, right? He doesn't get it, right?
Mhm.
Bill Russell needed Havlicek and all of those guys. He was good defensively and he was the dominant, but he needed those other guys. That was a totally dominant Celtics team. They had a second team that could beat the rest of the league. Their second team, that Celtics team with Bill Russell. That's why he always gets asterisks from fans for their dominance because their second team, not their starting guys, but their second team could pretty much defeat the rest of the league. All right? That's how dominant that Celtics team was back then. That's why they went and won 11 out of 13 damn championships they did. You know? So when you look at things like that, that's why I give LeBron James so much flack. You look at a guy like Bill Russell, that went to the championship 13 times. He cashed in 11 times. Right? Get the fuck out of here with this LeBron James shit. You go to the final 10 times and you cash in 4 times and you consider the GOAT? Man, please. Motherfuckers need to stop that shit.
Do you know that like Bill Russell? But yeah, all those championships Bill Russell got back in the day when he was playing against all those little skinny white boys back in the day. Yeah, those competition wasn't even like that.
But it wasn't.
Big.
It wasn't. You got to listen to what I just told you too. It wasn't a Bill Russell show. I'm checking those guys were putting up the points, fam. Havlicek was damn near unstoppable back then. People talk about Russell. Yeah, he was dominant, but Havlicek was unstoppable. They couldn't stop him either. It was all over the place. It was a team effort. Nobody did it alone. And that's the people give the Jordan Pippen. And man, Russell had a ton of help. I just told you 2 teams, 2 first and second team full of help that Bill Russell had to win those championships. Bill Russell didn't do it all alone. You know what I mean? That's what makes Will Chamberlain so amazing. Because he won his titles and he didn't have near the help that a lot of these guys had, right? It was a Chamberlain show. 50 rebounds, 50 points, 30 rebounds, average season. Nobody's going to break that fucking record from Will Chamberlain. LeBron can pad all the stats he wants. Did he ever come close to that record? 50 points, 30 rebounds? How about that record? See? So this is why we got to take the amazing things that these guys have done in basketball back in the day before we just crown LeBron James GOAT. These guys have done amazing things. And the statistics that LeBron James has put up and being able to amount 4 titles doing it. That's why I have him in my top 10. And he's definitely moving up since he won this 4th title. So he's there. He's in my top 10. Just say he's the GOAT. No, sir. No, sir. He's not past Kareem. In my opinion, if he gets another title, he'll pass Kobe and Magic. But right now, he's not past Kobe and Magic, in my opinion. But you got Kobe, Magic, and Kareem to talk about LeBron James before you get over Michael Jordan. And that's just a fact. That's just how I see it.
By the way, he just made history again, being the first player to get 4 Finals MVPs. So that's a big one for LBJ. And he just passed who
He
else?
don't
He
have
passed
4
Kobe.
Finals MVPs. LeBron James don't have 4 Finals MVPs. You better go back and check the stats.
What, the
He doesn't have 4
2012
Finals MVPs.
LeBron?
That's the thing. LeBron don't got 4 Finals MVPs.
What?
Yeah.
How?
All right. Well, you just go Google it right quick. Then come back and talk to me. So anyway, man, while he's looking that information up, IBT, man, I appreciate you hanging out with me, dog. Give me some closing thoughts while Alistair is looking up his It's Google. You there, IBT? You done fell asleep? IBT fell asleep on the live. Boy, this is
Hello.
priceless. I don't remember that. What's up, Alex?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yes, he won 4, bro. He won 4. This is his 4th one. I just hello. Oh my God, D just canceled away from the channel, y'all.
No, I'm not canceled, bro. I put you up. I said, give me some closing thoughts, fool. Oh man, he done fell off. Alistair fell off, guys. IBT fell asleep, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the. Hell yes, Samuel. Tell this dude, man. Won 6 finals MVPs, 6 titles, 2 3-peats. Can't stop that, man. But I appreciate you guys staying up late with me, kicking it with your boy D Jeff. Y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.